Did we do it? Boo, are we live? Yeah. Are we live? Ow! I'm already being pelted. Boo, it's my fault that we've
You're already
so
being
long.
pelted?
They're already hurting me. Boo, this is not good. This is not good, man. I think this is gonna be a great idea, but I'm worried for my health now.
Where's the thing? Wait, I lost it. Oh, there it is.
Hey guys,
clap.
welcome. Oh, come on, Fugi Tech, you POS program.
It's not working for you.
POS program. It was saying Futacular when I was in the damn thing, and then now it's like F ? Or F ... Legitimately, that's all it's saying. Why?
Oh, is it because I'm on? Hold on. Wait,
no.
Are you in streamer mode?
Oh, it may be because I'm in streamer mode.
Yeah,
oh, it is because I'm in streamer mode. It's never mind. My bad. Go men. Well, if you hear Discord sounds, F it, Weeball.
Whoa, alerts.
We fixed it. Oh my gosh, I almost cursed. We're gonna get demonetized. Oh no, I'm kidding.
Oh, I actually forgot to ask you about that. I think now that we're live on the air, should I preface this by how
I don't
much
care.
profanity are you? Okay, let me adjust.
I legitimately. Oh, hold on. I gotta catch a Pokemon real quick. But I do not care in the slightest. I am a proponent of tactical cursing. Like, I'm perfectly fine. Go crazy. I don't give a shit. You know.
All right, because I was like, I do know that you tend to lay back a little bit on swearing, and I got a bit of a mouth of a sailor.
No, you're good. I mean, the only reason I do that is because typically, like, there's a difference between, like, the tactical cursing where, like, it's funny or it's useful, and then it's just kind of, like, extra. And if it's extra, it's like, you know, it's not as, you know, I don't really have a good explanation for this, but.
Well, yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Anyways, welcome on in, everybody. I'm gonna do my spiel.
Go for it.
Because it's thematic. Welcome on in, everybody, to the first ever and possibly only ever Foo Night Show with your host, Jimmy Tacular. I'm here with my very, very special guest, Raz Tavi, who is currently a disembodied head on the couch next to me.
Hey, Mr. Jim Tacular, it's so great to be here. I can't wait to tell you about my new book.
Yeah?
Oh, man.
Welcome on in, everybody.
You have a better
you can
intro.
give your spiel, too.
Yeah, my spiel is just hi, welcome in. That's about it. You know, I just cut to the chase because it's like, I think that because you have a better creative brain that, like, you actually thought of something clever, and I'm just like, like, hi, we're here.
No,
Go ahead.
You just are more concerned. You're more concerned with what comes after the intro and less the intro itself.
Maybe, because yeah, it is only like a few seconds of it, right? But I think also like a good intro is important. But you know, it is what it is. But I gotta ambush you right from the beginning here. Okay, the first topic I want to talk about, even if this isn't something that we go into depth in, is what do you call a dish that you put into the oven? Okay,
is that what we're?
Okay. But, okay, gonna have to do this to you.
Yeah.
Why hot dish as opposed to a casserole?
Because you put the dish in the oven and it comes out hot.
Okay, but why? But then all the other things that you put into the oven that have the...
Ladies and gentlemen.
What the heck?
What the...
I am here live with Futacular and Raz Tavi. On here, on the front lines, Foo, the people want to know... Why do you call it hot dish as opposed to casserole?
This is why we're on our enemies to lover arc. Not you reminded me. This is why we're on our enemies to lover arc. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna strangle you on the couch.
Wait, me or Stevia?
Breaking news!
Fucking sausage man over here.
That could be either of us.
Breaking news! Streamer Stebio1884 has just been threatened by fellow streamer Futacular. We're not having.
Bet your sweet ass that
This just in, an injunction has been filed. Stevia must remain 500 feet away from Futacular and any nearby schools. More developing at 6.
Fucking schools?
I don't know. I'm trying to protect both of you because I feel like someone's gonna die here in a second.
Oh, you bet your sweet bippy, someone's gonna die here.
But anyway, I'm shocked as hell. Hi, Stevio.
Hello. I didn't anticipate you here.
Well, I'm only here as a guest appearance. The people have inquiries, and they need to be answered.
All have inquiries.
This is important.
You are the
what the?
What
kind of circus is this? My couches aren't big enough.
Is this a witness?
witness to some fucking crimes that are about to be committed. The world. It would appear that people are wondering why do oven in hot cold dish? Well, I researched this question. You put the dish in, it comes out hot. Hence why I call it a hot dish. Do you roll your casa?
That is by far the stupidest explanation I've ever heard.
Fucking mouth food.
What do you mean? How dare you badmouth my culture? The culture I grew up in. How dare you badmouth hot dish culture?
The
Casserole
only
full
thing-
stop.
That's a Midwestern term, right?
Yes.
The only good thing the Midwest has ever created is Midwestern emo. And with that note, get Weezered.
What the fuck?
Is that a fucking kazoo?
Yes.
Get this man out of here! Get
You
this
can't-
man out of here!
Security!
Paid me.
Security!
Get Hood and Stevio out of here!
What?
Security!
Get out of here!
2v1. I had to make it fair, okay?
What is
Wait,
the crime?
no, Hood is the security. Hood, get Stevio out of here!
The crime,
crime
is, we got another person
Wait,
on the hot
wait,
dish community.
Wait, Fu, you're the leader of this chat. You can kick them from the group. You can kick them from the group. Get your revenge. Oh my god, it's
swear to
so
God.
loud! So
We're
loud.
spiraling.
I
Have a
can't
good
kick them.
stream. Have a good stream.
I
See
hope
you,
you never
Stevio.
catch a whale.
Blasphemy.
Okay.
Welcome on in, everybody.
Welcome to the stream. I had nothing to do with that. I had no idea that was gonna happen. I had no idea that.
I also had no idea that was gonna happen. Welcome on in.
Can I kind of admit something? You know, I think that the way we should start a friendship is by being honest with each other, right?
Yeah.
And to be honest, you have to talk about things that are important, things that have happened, and ultimately things that are, you know, really important into the future. You agree with that, right?
Yes.
So while it was indeed Stevio's idea, I worked with him pretty hard throughout the week to get that. So that was my creativity. I stole from Stevio and gave him the opportunity.
Is that what you wanted it in?
Yes.
I just
That's-
want to say, by the way,
Get the
I
fuck
That was-
out of here!
I just want to say, every fucking dish is hot unless it's a cold dish.
I'm gonna
Explain-
turn you into a fucking
What
Vienna
is wrong
sausage.
with Oh no.
Explain that one, Foo. They're all hot dishes.
I'm crying.
You're just-
I'm crying.
But only hot dishes does is hot. Mike, you're getting booed by the live audience.
Let them boo.
The live
what?
studio audience is booing you.
This is a Stevio Futacular moment right here. What the hell are
on
we
my
discussing?
stream, on my stream, you're getting booed, buddy. We come from different
yeah?
sides of the fucking equator.
Yeah?
I don't
Uh-huh,
care.
yeah,
I don't
mhm.
care, buddy.
Security, get this man out of here.
All right,
They
we-
call me
get out of
again.
here. Get out of here, Stevio.
Gosh.
Oh no, God. Ah,
Don't
no.
stop for a second.
Oh no.
These
That you
stragglers.
can't have a Seifu because your struggle mills are bougie.
You know, he has a point.
Honestly, though, if your struggle meals are bougie, that just means you know how to be poor better than other people.
What can I say? I just like cooking.
I agree. You know, I don't really care about the difference between hot dish and casserole. Like, I mean, granted, if you say that's a hot dish, I'm not going to know that you mean a casserole. But if you say casserole, I know what you mean. But besides that, it's fine. I say casserole, but like, you know, hot dish I think is a legitimate. I think we can come together and be peaceful and say like, okay, we may disagree on this, but like, you know, okay, I can't
You're
defend
being
you anymore,
pelted.
dude. I'm being pelted. Yep, I'm literally being pelted.
The co-host chat has said hot dish is one less syllable is all I must say.
Fair.
Easier to word.
But like that's like the argument of saying like, oh, the word is shorter, therefore it's better.
Oh, you could?
They're choking me for you.
What the?
You know what? Welcome to the stream, everyone. Yes, that was Stevio's idea, by the way. I want to be completely clear on that. I was simply the platform. Hopefully that wasn't too much of a of a hassle to deal with. But
No, that's
the blood
fine.
pressure is up. I'm feeling it. This is a great way to start this stream.
Blood pressure through the roof. Well, I'm just, is that gonna be the running joke of just things occur and then we say, welcome to the stream, welcome to the show.
You know, I mean, the only reason I say that is because I don't know what else, like, what is the better thing to say? Maybe one day I'll be smart enough and figure out something new. But until then, yeah. You know what? There you go.
Wait, they've uncovered an issue. First
With
of
what?
all, the desk is in front of everything. Secondly, they just silenced me. Let me,
Oh, yeah, you do have that
Yeah.
redeem where, like, it literally mutes you.
it just mutes me, yeah. So if this is gonna be weird on, you know what, never mind. We'll deal with it. Fuck you, chicken strips. Dark Hood,
Fuck
thank
yeah,
you so
chicken
much for the
strips.
bits. However,
Free Shavakadu.
I had some, speaking of chicken strips, I've been
Pee-pee-poo-poo.
having some tummy problems today. I've been having a irritable tummy syndrome, and it's 100% my own fault.
Is it
'Cause
because,
I
like,
made
you
some
ate
chicken-
something?
Yeah, I made some chicken strips yesterday, and I
Okay.
made a hot barbecue sauce, but I kind of annihilated it with cayenne.
Ah, so basically your stomach lining is like, Father, why have you done this? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, are you doing okay now? Like, you're doing fine? Because I know that can be pretty, like, devastating.
Ye-
From firsthand experience. Like, I've had, like, food before that had too much cayenne or too much, like, spicy seasoning, and, like, I was out of commission. So,
Yeah, I
just want to make sure
yeah,
you're
I'm-
okay.
I'm built not food
Have
tough,
fun, y'all.
but I
Love you, Hood.
love what is it? My tongue rates checks that my intestines cannot cache.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
learned to live with it.
Yeah, especially, you know, I mean, you know, like we were saying earlier, like, you know, like Hood was saying, like, oh, your like struggle meals are like the most bougie thing in the world, but like that's also really good for your like stomach health. Because no one really talks about like gut health. But okay, wait, do we want to talk about gut health or do we want to
Fuck
segue
it.
into our
No,
stream?
no.
This is what it's like, you know. This is how
You should have a healthy gut now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Right now, I feel like super foodie healthy right now because I have water. I have like tea that I bought that's like really good. It's got like, it's called Blueberry Wild Child. I know, it's very cringe, but it's got like apple, hibiscus, elderberries, rosehip, natural flavoring, pomegranate, corn flour, and blueberries. Caffeine free.
Ooh.
And it's very like, it's one of those teas where like, you know, normally when there's no sugar or milk in a tea, like it's very tart and bitter and it's just like, you don't really like it.
It can be, yes.
Yeah, but this one, it doesn't have that. You know, even if you overbrew it and you put too much, like, yes, there's a little bit of tartness, but it's fine. Now,
Yes.
the one that makes me kind of go like, you know what, I'm being healthier, but not really in a way, is I have raspberry preserves. I took 3 teaspoons of it and I put milk in it. By the way, that was Stevio's idea. Stevio was like, hey, why don't you put milk in it instead of water? And I'm like, oh my God. And
You're a genius.
and it tastes delicious. So I have my sugar in a healthy, quote unquote healthy way, because preserves are, you know,
Healthy
they're not
preserves,
really fully
yeah.
healthy, right? But then I have a bunch of other stuff. So what are you sitting here with? What are you drinking tonight? Are you drinking water? What are you doing?
Well, I'm drinking water, but there's a
Dr.
little bit of
Pepper.
extra hydrogen and oxygen in it. I just finished. I at some point when we go to ad break, I'll have to pick up another one. But I'm drinking a Negroni, which, for those of you who are not inclined with alcoholism, it's yeah.
I thought you were gonna say another word. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That caught me off guard. But keep going.
It's a gin-based drink. You take one
Oh
shot
God,
of gin.
gin.
Yeah,
Really?
I love gin. Yeah.
Oh, you're a gin and tonic type of guy, or just gin in general type of guy?
Gin in general. Gin and tonics are nice for if you want to get a taste of gin, but like gin drinks in general are nice. Which
never could do
I'll
gin.
that's fair. Is it the pine needle taste?
No, I think it's more so just like, you know, like with Jaeger, it's very much of a visceral reaction if you like it or not. And I have
Yeah.
that with gin too. Like I don't really like, I can force it down, but it's like, even if I'm really drunk and I can't taste the alcohol, I can smell gin a room away, you know?
That's fair. Yeah,
But-
that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice thing that I don't like gin though. But my deal of choice that kind of knocks me out is tequila. So I can't really say too much there.
I don't like tequila. You don't like gin. Hey.
That's actually really nice because if you have any tequila, give it to me. If I have any gin, give it to you. This works out great. This is absolutely wonderful. And I'm a lightweight too, so I kind of got the double buff.
You got the double buff. I got the minus buff. Well, I'm gonna call it a buff. I got a fast working metabolism, so when I get it takes a lot to get me drunk because I metabolize it really really fast.
And you can't like cheat with like anything like that, like an empty stomach, like.
Oh, I can, yeah. I just don't like doing that because substances on an empty stomach suck.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you, coffee.
Yeah, like Bear was saying the same thing. Like rum for him is apparently like, you know, he has a high metabolism. Like I don't even get drunk, just too fast of a metabolism, which I guess is not a bad thing. But also it's like because you don't have access to that like experience, it kind of sucks, you know?
Yeah. The fact that you mentioned rum and Bear makes me think of Bear. I know you're driving, but can I tell the audience and Raz about the Candace story?
It's Muscle Bear Gamer, not Schrodinger's Bear.
Oh!
Just want to be sorry. Apologies. I keep forgetting we share. Yeah.
Oh, Muscle Bear comes in here as well. I do have to ask Bear if you're there. Can I tell them about that story? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm resident friend of the chat. Hi, Janae, resident friend of the chat, Schrodinger's Bear. He likes rum, or at least liked rum. He liked rum, and then one day he went to a college party, and he drank an awful lot of rum. I forget how much, but it was me and a few other friends. We're sitting in a Discord call, and he joins at like midnight, and we hear, "Hey guys."
Oh, just blasted.
He's absolutely blasted. And we're like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "I just got back from a party." I was like, "Yeah?" I was like, "Was it fun?" He's like, "Yeah, I dressed up as Candace."
Oh,
like,
no.
From Phineas and Ferb? And he's like, "Yeah, I got like the white pencil skirt and the red top." And we're like, "Cool." Bear then went silent for 10 minutes.
Wait, what did Bear dress up as?
He dressed up as Candace from American cartoon Phineas and Ferb.
Candy's nuts fit in your mouth.
I'm gonna. That's it. Two people are dying tonight.
I'm so sorry. Come on. I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way you said that. It's like, I was like, I'm gonna let it slide. But the fact that like you had no reaction to it whatsoever, I was like, I have to. And I was like, you know what? I'll ask you. If you say like Candace, like, okay, it's over. It's over. So I'm sorry. It's the law. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose stuff. You know. When was the last time you lost the game, by the way, Fu?
Technically speaking, I think it was somebody mentioned it in Stevio's Discord.
Damn, so recently. Yeah, I lost it today, so I was like, well, I might as well ruin someone else's day, you know?
Right. That's it, chat. You've lost the game. Womp womp.
Yeah, I mean, you did walk into that, admittedly, Fu. So I
did,
it is what it is. But that kind of reminds me of like a lot of experiences with like. Really, like, your first experiences with alcohol is, like, you try something, you think you know how much you can drink, you think you know how much you can have, and then you're just absolutely blasted to the absolute maximum. And then, you know, you get, like, you're not Hood, sorry, but Bear, where, like, pops in, says hi, hello, and then goes absolutely just nonverbal. And I've been there, done that, but normally it's because I just, like, you get hit sometimes randomly with the wave of indescribable tiredness, and then you rally, and, like, it's just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But hopefully Bear did Bear survive, I'm assuming?
The story's not done.
Oh no.
So 10 minutes pass and we go, Bear's not muted, but he's not talking. And we're like, did he fall asleep? Is he still on mic? You're like, Bear. 5 minutes later, he gets on the mic. Hey guys, what's up, Bear? I flew up.
Oh no.
Oh, and what did you? Are you gonna be all right? Did you make it to the toilet? Yeah, but the Candace outfit is ruined. We then yelled at him to go to bed. Make sure you drink a nice big glass of water. Go to bed. Lay on your side. If you got anybody to watch over you. We because we couldn't be there for him physically, so
yeah, like, hey, turn on your webcam, let us watch you as you sleep to make sure you don't die, you know. Oh my god.
Oh, the co-host capturing trees got food poisoning the first night he drank alcohol for the first time.
That must be like a very formative experience. Because when I was a kid, the reason I don't eat fish to this day is because like one of the first times I properly ate fish, like caught from the ocean, cooked up and all that, they just didn't cook it correctly. They just didn't cook it fully. So I got like horrific food poisoning from it.
Oof.
And from that day, I've never ate fish or anything. I mean, I'll do sushi, but like I just gotta scoff it down. But
Yeah.
I cannot have shots because of it. That makes sense. Like not being able to have shots of something because of that makes perfect sense. I was actually being like, do you have a buff where like you just don't like alcohol? Like imagine that, you know?
Yeah.
Like not
I have a story about fish, but let's keep going with this. It's less of a story, more of a fun fact.
well, fun
Not so
fact
fun
after
fact.
this, but you know, your body rejects it immediately. Yeah, like that's the same thing with fish too. Like I can try eating it, but once I recognize it's fish, like I have this visceral reaction to regurgitate it. And I think it's just my Oonga Boonga brain like, stop.
Yeah. Monkey brain being like, oh, this was bad once, it's bad again.
Yeah, it's like my inner just defense mechanism just has maintained through this day, despite not needing it.
Mm. Amaranth, love it.
Imagine drinking alcohol, pause, Jen. Yeah.
Oh, get off your high horse, Demo.
I mean, okay, let me defend that position, though, because, like, typically the only time I really drink is whenever I'm in good company or whenever I'm, like, you know... Well, actually, no, that's basically the exclusive time. I never really drink alone because it just makes me tired. So, like... Yeah, I know. It may sound pathetic, but it is
My
true.
mods just deleted the message.
Well, I will champion Demosthenes' position because I think it's important, right? Like, for me personally, like, outside of like streams and hanging out with friends on Discord or IRL on very rare occasions, like that's the only time I drink, you know? But like I can completely understand like on a Friday afternoon after an awful week, coming home, sitting on the porch, like especially nowadays because it's autumn, you know,
Yes.
get a drink, you know, if you partake of the smoky smokies, take one of those, a rum and a Coke. You can't really beat those vibes. I'm gonna be honest with you.
can't.
You really can't.
I don't
So-
have an issue with not partaking in alcohol. My issue is if you think you're better than everybody else because you don't drink alcohol, you son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't have cirrhosis but you do, is there a moral claim to be made there? It's a
I don't like
stretch.
the words you're using.
It's
I don't
a
like the
stretch,
words
though.
you're using.
I know it's a stretch, but like it's food for thought, right? But I mean, I don't think you're necessarily better. Like I don't smoke. I don't really drink outside of those specific instances. I don't partake in anything else. And it's like, I don't think I'm better at all. I've never thought that. It's more so just like I save a lot of money. I don't have to deal with any of the chemical stuff that goes along with it. Like, you know, with like, you know, sugar addiction or caffeine addiction with like coffee, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, like that's about it. But like, yeah, I do agree, like, you know, like on the very far end, right? Like, oh, well, you know, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of this stuff. I'm better than you. And it's like, no, it just means you've never needed to use those things. That's
Or you've
about
never
it.
had a desire.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Consider
Consider
though I
I
am better than you. Yeah. I will say with cigarettes scare me because A, you have the nicotine in them, which is addictive.
Yeah.
But I most people are like, cigarette smoke's like is yucky.
Yeah.
To me, cigarette smoke is actually like delicious.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, wait, the
Like
smoke
if
is
I'm
delicious,
passing, if
or-
I'm when somebody's smoking on the street and I pass by it and I smell it, I'm like,
Oh, same. Oh, 100%.
I kind of take a big whiff of it.
Yeah, because
I'm
I used to, but like I never like formed a habit. It was more so just like a nice thing to have. But one of the main reasons it convinced me to stop was one, it wasn't really doing much for me, especially with the nicotine. But the other thing was everything would just smell like tobacco.
Smoke,
And even
yeah.
if you clean your clothes and you did all your due diligence, it would get under your fingernails. And it just like, you would like be biting your nails randomly like a day or two after. And you'd be like, ugh, what is this? You know? And it's like, even if you cut your nails, it's like it gets into the actual nail itself, not like under it. And it's
Yeah.
like, thank God I kicked that, you know?
That's yeah.
Yeah,
Neither-
yeah. The other thing too is like, you know, I shit on them all the time, but like back before vapes became like a big thing, a lot of people would use the vapes to actually like step down from cigarettes and get clean. And it was actually very successful because you would go from like what your normal intake of nicotine is converted into the e-cigarette juice. And then you would tone it down over, you know, months so that your body could get used to the change, right? Because you can't cold turkey a nicotine addiction in most cases unless you're like willing to go through all that, which is its own conversation. But nowadays we see the inverse where instead of e-cigarettes being a way to essentially step down, it's actually making it worse because it's kind of gamifying the addiction, right? And it's like, that sucks. And
the whole like with flavors and things like, because I know that's the big thing is flavors, because that's the big like yucky thing about cigarettes is they make everything smell like cigarettes.
This is fun. This is the fun version. But I mean, the other thing that comes with e-cigarettes is primarily like the way that you ingest it is by heating up a metal coil. So you're not just ingesting the juice, you're also ingesting heavy metals, right?
Yep.
And it's bad. And also, sorry for the heavy topic. I didn't mean to like segue into something. I mean, I'm fine with it, and I think you're fine with it, but at the same time, you know, I want to make sure, you know, I'm not going too far into any. I'm basically open book. We talked about this, I think, a little bit, but yeah, I'm fine talking about literally anything for the most part.
We have a question from the we have a few questions. Well, we have one question from the co-host.
Okay.
Raz, what's your opinion on Heat Miser and Snow Miser?
This is a trick question. I don't know what it is, though.
You don't know Heat Miser and Snow Miser?
No. Should I?
You've never seen...
Wait.
Huh. They're...
Oh, is it like a band?
No, my co-host has requested that I show you the Heat Miser and Snow Miser. So Heat Miser and Snow Miser were from a really popular stop motion, I think claymation film, holiday film, Rudolph, from some point.
Oh, is it the one that was like really cursed? Yes, it was really
I'm
cursed.
Mr. Heat Miser.
Oh! I don't have an opinion on either. I don't really care.
Oh, you're not a Heat Miser or a Cold Miser person?
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I remember that movie, but it was just like, you know, critical opinion to have. But
oh, the co-host chat is not happy about that.
I mean, okay, if this is an L take, that's fine. It's my take. Right?
Oh, they're booing.
That's fine.
Oh, they are
fine.
booing you.
I get hit by raspberries. You think your words are gonna scare me? You know.
Uh-oh.
egging on the chat is not a good idea. Oh no, especially because they're right there.
I'm a bit of a cold miser guy myself.
What is the merit for cold miser versus heat miser?
From my whole standpoint, if you like the song of one over the other, but for me, it's if you like colder weather versus hotter weather.
Oh, then I'm snow miser, 100%. I hate heat. I hate heat. Heat sucks. Every time winter comes, I'm like, thank God. Just every time.
Heat is nice, but only in one like specific, like late summer days.
Yeah, because then it's like 70, 80. Yeah.
And there's like a nice breeze, like not a really aggressive breeze, but like a light breeze.
Yeah, but those are the only times that it's perfectly fine, unless like you live near the equator where it's always like 80 degrees ish. But I mean, if I'm being honest with you, right? Like if you take that into consideration, with heat though, I mean, this is the age-old argument, right? With heat, you can't take off any more layers. You can't like rip your skin off. Whereas with winter, you can just throw on a jacket, you're fine. And you like lower energy bills. It's just better overall. Snow, if you have the area that allows it, you know, stuff like that. Like that's pretty powerful in terms of an argument.
That reminds me. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the fish thing real quick.
Okay.
And
yeah, I was gonna say
I have an image for you to react to.
Uh-oh.
So a bit of a fun fact. The state I'm in. I'm not gonna state it specifically. It's not gonna be too hard to find out, but I'm not gonna state it specifically.
Okay. Puerto Rico.
There's actually a lot of states have like fishing license, and you can only fish so much, right?
Yeah.
My state actually has a limit to how much fish you can eat that has been fished. Because of mercury content.
But
essentially what happened was my state was really heavy into coal power.
Hmm.
And a lot of coal contains mercury. When you burn the coal, the mercury goes airborne and then goes unairborne, and it deposits into the soil.
Yep, the water table.
That then goes into lakes and and
But
then the
is
fish breathe that in and it accumulates in them. And so if you eat too much of that fish, you can get mercury poisoning.
But is it so, like, horrific enough that, like, eating 10 of them will kill you? Or is it, like...
It's not 10, it's like limits to like monthly consumption.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of like in terms of, like, poundage of fish you can eat or something like that? Like some weird asinine thing to... Okay.
Yeah, because mercury doesn't like to leave the body.
True.
That was the resident fun, not so fun fact.
It is kind of crazy how, like, small, well, not small, but seemingly small actions can have such incredible, like, just, you know, consequences. Like, okay, now we need to have a license that says, like, you can't eat this much because it will kill you.
Yes.
Or give you mercury poisoning, which is equally as bad, even if you survive it. Like,
yes.
Okay. But you know what? Yeah, that is a fun fish fact.
Give me one. Which it might not just be my state, it might be other states, but, you know.
Well, every
That's like
state
the
has
big
their
fun
own,
fact.
you know, horrific horror story of someone being stupid and not caring about their consequences, and then we have to have a stupid law to protect us from it. It's like, you know what? That's okay. You know what? While you're doing that, I'm going to buy a Pokeball because in my chat, big pull from my channel is that I have Pokemon on it. So if you want to play Pokemon,
Yes.
I got it. It's
I
very,
don't think
it's like a browser game, literally, but like, it's so good.
Oh no, I don't think I have it.
Did you not save
Oh
it?
no, I didn't save the image. Wait, maybe I did. Maybe it's on my phone. Hold on, maybe it's my
Uh-oh.
camera roll. Maybe it's on my
Uh-oh.
camera roll. I have an image. Speaking of Snow Miser, I have an image I want to show you. Yes, it's on my phone. Okay. An image came across my let me quick send this
I'm
myself so I
excited.
can get this onto stream, and then I'll send it to you.
I'm curious how this is gonna go.
And I want to get your reaction to this image and what types of things it makes you feel.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'll do my best to give you what is, in my opinion, the most sincere and visceral reaction you can get. But I'm kind of worried because it's like, I don't know what this could be, you know?
It's probably not going to be negative reactions, but we'll see.
It's just gonna be like confusion in a sense.
No, I think you'll get it. All right. I'm
Okay.
DMing you it now. So chat,
Okay.
here's the image. Here's the image on screen now.
Okay.
And there you go, Rose.
There it is. I have come into possession of it. I'm going to look at it as little as possible. Save as. Foo pics. File browser. And then I saw that it was safe for work, so we're good to go. Not that you would ever send me anything except safe for work stuff. We're
I wouldn't send you NSF. I wouldn't show NSFW on stream.
You would show me NSFW, but you would be like, hey, don't show this on stream. You're like, this is not a cool thing.
I was scrolling back through mine and Bear's DMs, and I was reminded, oh no. Because there's like it's like a 50-50 shot of it's, oh, this is like a funny meme or relatable thing, or oh, this is a woman who makes me weak in the knees. And there's no in between.
That is probably the most like wholesome way to say that. I'm gonna steal that now.
Yeah.
She makes me feel weak in the knees. Because that's
You've never
such
heard of
a
being weak in the knees?
I have, but like I've never heard someone say it IRL. I've always heard it like said ironically or otherwise. But you know, I'm looking at the image now, and I think you said you have it on your stream too, so no one's missing
Yes.
out.
Yes.
But when I look at this, I think of like peaceful 2 a.m. You know, like I'm tired, I'm stressed out. I'm gonna walk over there, use my coat to like clean off the seat, and I'm gonna sit there for like 3 hours. That's what I feel.
Okay.
Just like serene, peaceful, relaxing. I
Alright.
hope that's the right answer.
There is no right or wrong answer. I've
This
heard a
is just
lot
a
of different
vibe
answers
thing?
to this. It's a purely like a vibe. It's a Rorschach test for vibes.
Yeah, because every time, like, you know, like winter, don't get me wrong, snow can be very stressful. It can be very, you know, kind of like an ocean, right? It's massive and it can swallow you whole. But 90% of the time, like, winter is just kind of like this. Like, yeah, it's cold. It kind of bites at you. It gets to your bones. But, you know, when you kind of separate yourself from that and you kind of look at it objectively, or at least for me, you know, I see like, you know, this is a really nice place to just take a breather for a minute. You know,
All right.
the crunchiness of the
Alright.
snow under your feet, stuff like that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
had-
satisfying. Yeah, I agree.
Co-host has weighed in. Co-host Ratfish has weighed in. That's satisfying to look at.
Yeah.
And this,
It-
yeah.
It's peaceful, right? Like it's just like this is a place you want to like sit down and like have a have like a midlife crisis at. You know what I mean? Like this is the place you want to do it. This is it.
I like the words you're using, headman on my couch.
I am indeed the man on your couch.
But
Do we
no,
wanna-
that is.
Do you want me to? Do we want to explore this image further, or shall I throw it to the abyss?
You can throw it to the abyss. All I got is one last thing to say about it, and it's this image was posted with, "I'd like to be killed. I'd like to be executed with a pistol here."
It gives
That
me
was
like
the-
old Russian
that was
spy
the
movie
tweet.
vibes. Like that tweet, it makes me think of like the old Russian movie or the, oh god, what was it called? Red October, I think it was. There was like a scene where, there was like a Russian guy and there was an American like spy trying to slip through, and it just kind of they were like executing prisoners. I don't know. They may not be Red October. It may be another movie I'm thinking of, but I totally
You're
get
more
that.
familiar with the movie than I am because I don't seem to recall it. Well, I haven't seen very
It was
many movies.
years ago. It was like, I don't know, was it an 80s movie, 90s movie? I don't know. It was old. Old movie. But it was one of those like that just kind of stuck with me. But most of the other ones from the 80s and 90s, I don't really remember.
Mm.
I'm just like, it's like, okay. I kind of remember, maybe. Raz, you saw this the other day. Oh, okay.
Oh, did I? Did I?
Well, I wasn't there, but you were. Well, I don't remember. Dementia works in weird ways, you know? That's all I'll say.
very strong short-term memory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If I don't need it in the long term, why keep it, you know? Someone will remind me.
Exactly. If it's not a fundamentally like life-changing memory.
You know what is life-changing, though? I saw it. I was lurking. Forgive me for lurking. But I was lurking in your Monster Hunter Worlds Twitch stream. And
Yeah?
I have never identified more with, I want to play this game. I love this game. But then I also hate this game. Because I think you even said explicitly, like, you know, I want to play this game, but I also want to uninstall it. And I think you said, word for word, I'm grateful I put this on my calendar every Monday. Otherwise, I would just never play this game again. Because I feel that
Yes.
exact same way with Monster Hunter. Like, even when you get to, like, the end game, like, it's such a slog in a lot of ways.
No, yeah, yep, mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know, grinding is only so fun, right?
Yes.
But-
at least by yourself.
But how did you get into World?
How did I get into World?
Yeah.
So, funnily enough, I believe it was free on PlayStation.
Hmm.
For the so PlayStation does a monthly free game if you have PlayStation Plus, and World was one of the monthly free games.
Okay.
And so I got it. I was like, wait, because I was always interested in it. I'd played the game company that does Smite and Paladins has a version of Monster Hunter called Dauntless, which is also free to play.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot less in depth than Monhun.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've never played it, but like I know that was their attempt to like steal market share, not to like make a good game.
It scratches an itch, but it isn't quite the same, and that's what got me into it. I was like, that's what got me intrigued by Monster Hunter, and then I saw it was free for 1 month, and I saw it was free for a month, and I was like, ooh. And so I downloaded it and I played it, and I was like, wait, this is really, really fun. And then I forget why I ended up getting it on PC. I think the reason I got it on PC was because I was like, well, I got it for free, in air quotes, on PlayStation. I haven't purchased it, and it was like $9 for Iceborne.
Yeah, so you were like, might
It
as
was
well.
it was $9 for the whole thing, and I was like, might as well.
Yeah, because it's normally like $40-50, so that's a pretty good steal.
It's a damn good deal.
How have you like? Because you know, for me personally, when I first started playing Monster Hunter, I was kind of carried through it, and still even to this day, like I've been carried through it. But you know, from your perspective, you know, you've been playing. I believe it was with either Hood or Bear. Sorry, my memory is kind of crappy on this. I should have
It's
written
with
this
Bear.
down.
I've been playing it with Bear.
But you know, as you've been going through, you know, how have you, you know, have you done, you know, or sorry, like, how did you feel about, you know, your first Anjanath? How did you feel about those? Like, were there any monsters that stuck out where you're like, man, fuck this one in particular? Like, I don't like this one.
Anjanath was definitely the first one I was like,
Like, this sucks. Like, this is rough.
yeah. Other than that, it was because originally this is technically My playthrough, I made it to, what did I make it to? I think I made it to the pink Raytheon on PlayStation. And then I stopped playing because I think AC6 came out. Armored Core 6.
Yeah, I still haven't played that. I have 8 hours, but I haven't played it yet. Or like fully through, and it's like, I need to.
Yeah, that was I fucking love Armored Core 6. But basically Armored Core 6 came out and I stopped playing, and then I picked it back up on PC and I played with Bear a little bit, and then we made it to Elder Dragons, then stopped, and then I picked it back up again for streaming here, and I started on the Elder Dragons. The first set of Elder Dragons you get. So the Teostra, what is it? Teostra, Valhazak, and
no, Lunastra was later. Sorry,
Lunastra's later. The Wind one, Silver Wind one.
Oh God, was that Valhazak?
No, Valhazak's the Rot one. That has like it's like the zombie one.
Oh, Kushala
No.
Daora, that's what it was.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, I know I have the damn image in my head, but I'm like, what is the name of it? It's like, no. Like, okay. Thank you, Bear, for helping us out there with the bailout. But yeah, I feel that because you're at the point in Iceborne right now where you're kind of putting your toes into it. And when I was watching the streams, I believe you're maining the greatsword, right?
Switch axe.
Switch axe. That's right. Sorry.
Nah, don't worry about it.
How are you? Oh, sorry, I cut you off. You go first.
No. Okay, I started with the hammer. Oddly enough, I started with the hammer, and then the hammer is just like, oh, I'm clicking 2 buttons.
Yeah.
Turn
no brain off and click. Yeah.
Yeah, which is nice, but I was like, I want a little bit more, and so I tried out switch axe, and nothing else has quite scratched the itch.
That's good. Yeah, because everyone has their own archetype, right? Like, I started out with the bow, but then I kind of got bored of, like, doing the same things over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And then I switched to hammer, and that was fun because you're just kind of roly-poly all the time. And now my current thing, because of the Wilds beta, the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, I'm now a dual blades main. So I've kind of been all over the place. But the main reason I brought up this entire topic whatsoever was because I wanted to ask, does it ever like kind of annoy you that like most of the time when you're attacking, you just like kind of whiff the shot? Because like it sidesteps an inch or it gets a little bit too there.
I honestly think that's more of a me issue than a switch axe issue.
That's what I was going to say.
It doesn't technically bother me. I'm sure it's probably infuriating to watch. Like, this motherfucker's not hitting anything.
It's enjoyable to watch because, like, I know it's infuriating because, like, I've been there, done that. So I know when you whiff, like, it isn't just like, okay, I missed the shot, damn this suck. It's like, everyone just saw me whiff the shot. And then you're like, oh, I'll do better. And then, like, you end up doing worse because you're becoming more conscious of, like, the fact that you're whiffing stuff. And it's just this wonderful death spiral.
For me, it's... Am I Epic's only a minute now? Wait, what happened?
Uh-oh.
That's epic if that's the case. Because I thought they were going to be 1 minute, 1 minute 30s. But I'm not going to complain if they're only 30 minutes, if they're only in a minute.
Oh, are you doing 1 minute 30, like every 30 minutes, or how do you have your
I did
setup?
1 minute 30 every 30 minutes because that's enough to disable. That's 3 minutes an hour to disable pre-rolls.
Interesting. I need to double check that. Yeah, because I have mine set to be the absolute minimum to make sure that there's no pre-rolls and it's minimally invasive as possible because no one likes ads.
That's what I did for mine. No, it has a minute 30. I guess it just didn't say anything. Sure, why not? All right.
How long have we been streaming and we still don't know what the hell is going on? I think I'm almost on like month 10 now. Actually, I think, hold on, because I started on the 22nd of February, so March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So it's now been 9 months as of today. So actually, this is my 9-month anniversary of streaming. What the hell? Okay.
Hey,
Woo! I still don't know what I'm doing. When did you start? Because I feel like you started like very like 6 months ago? 7?
So, do you want the full story?
Oh, wait, didn't you? Okay, before you do that, though, did you like start before, but then you kind of dropped it and then you came back to it now? Is that kind of what happened?
Sort of.
If not, then full story, because I do want to hear this.
So, full story is I started streaming in high school.
Wow.
I started streaming in high school on YouTube through PlayStation because I had some friends that wanted to see me play Call of Duty Zombies.
Nice.
Those VODs have been since deleted because personal identification stuff.
Yep.
I then picked up streaming on a whim. Why did I pick up streaming on a whim? I want to say
Because it was a whim.
in
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
I think I picked up streaming in 2023, early 2023.
Nice.
Around, I want to say January 20th. I want to say, because I was like, this could be interesting. And I started streaming, and then because I was in college, I didn't. After winter break had ended, I was like, okay, I stopped streaming, and I stopped streaming for a long time, and then I ended up picking it back up. I kind of stopped. Did I stop streaming through the summer? I think I stopped streaming through the summer. And then I picked it back up the winter break of this year, so January 2024. And I kind of was on and off. I streamed every weekend.
Yeah. Which is like, in the grand scheme, not that much, but.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't really take it seriously until I had finished that semester of college. And so technically speaking, I've been streaming roughly, I'm going to say I've been streaming seriously since May of this year. But I've technically been streaming for years prior.
What was the thing that made you go from like, okay, this is a flight of fancy that, when winter break is here, I'll do it, but like otherwise when life gets busy, to where now it's like you have a very consistent schedule, you're very content minded, you're very conscionable of everything, and you're good at it too. Like, when did that switch happen?
It was mostly during that switch at May, mostly because I had access to a computer. I had access to a computer and the ability in an environment to stream in.
Okay, I see. So there was a lot of things that prior to this was kind of needling you in the back and kind of doing those things where it was kind of preventing you from being in an environment that would be productive to streaming. And now you have that.
Mostly it was mostly volumes and things like that. And then also access to a PC were the two things. Because I didn't really want to stream off of a laptop because that would have been unfortunate.
Because before stream, you were talking about how, especially nowadays with Black Friday and a bunch of the Christmas deals and stuff, you're thinking about like getting a new like side monitor to make sure you had like extra things. Because you're on a one monitor setup right now, right?
Yes, I'm a one monitor setup.
So you don't know what it's like to have 3 monitors like I do with multiple things going on. And that's going to be great. Also, I have a very interesting sidebar here. This is the type of stuff that always makes me like so happy that I'm a streamer, because first time chat, which by the way, thank you. Bonnie Halsey is the GOAT. Literally, no flesh shall be spared, and then immediately after, is he a cylinder? So Fu, wait, hold on. Is it directed to me or you? Because this is an important question. That's a good point. Because like I've told everyone, okay, Bonnie said Fu. I don't think you're a cylinder. I think the perspective makes you look like one. But it's very slimming. Very slimming. What that I've always thought about that, because like you don't have like a lore page or anything that kind of explores like who Fu is. Like obviously, you have like your branding and so on, which is very clear, but like there isn't like a story behind it. So I've always thought like, okay, the cat ears and the headphones, like that's part of you. Like those are your actual ears. Like that's my headcanon. But like part of me feels like you know what? Fu's dying, that's fine. I think that Fu is like this ghost type ephemeral thing. Maybe I'm wrong. That has chosen a cup as a vestibule to hold your essence. And then the arms and stuff, that's just like, no, now I'm wrong. No, it's not a cup. It's just that like the white part, the face that's showing, that's you, right? But the other part is just your body, right? And your face doesn't have a tan, but your body does.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
An upside down egg on a black pedestal. Easy over easy.
All right, so the story, the long-winded and that will take several hours story of Futacular.
I'm ready.
Technically speaking, actually, I wonder if I'm not gonna pull it up. That's just gonna take too long and mess with too many things. So this isn't my first iteration. Some of you might recall my first iteration back in winter of this year, or even prior stream. Very simplistic, in which I didn't want to stream without anything. I didn't want to just have like gameplay. I wanted to have something up there. And so I made my own PNG tuber. I'm not very artistically inclined.
Wait, you made this?
I did not make this. I made the original model, which was basically a circle, and then it would. Let me pull it up here.
Did I know you when you had that model? Because I feel like I remember seeing a different model beforehand, but I'm not sure if I'm like forgetting or like remembering wrong.
Let me scroll back. So this. Oh, it's very small. This is Foo 1.0.
Okay, that one I don't know. You're gonna have to check out Foo's stream for that one, because I.
Sorry, yeah.
No, you're good.
This is Foo 1.0, which is, this is what I drew myself because I wanted something on the screen, but I didn't. I'm not artistically skilled enough to make something more fancy, and it's like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna spend 30 seconds on this, and I made it. And that evolved. I don't think they're here in chat right now, but one of my channel artists, Ray, saw this and said, "I'm gonna make some." They said, "I'm gonna make some art," and so they made copious artistic renditions of Little Guy, is what I've called him. And this was the one that was like an actual, PNG tuber with a mouth open, mouth closed. And it's been what I've been using since. They also made the old man Feartacular model.
That's
cool. No. I do not take the only credit I take is the air quotes rigging of this, which technically speaking got from there's another Twitch streamer, Shindigs, who has
Shindigs.
for this. Yeah.
He's the
that's
goat.
that's what I got this off of.
Yeah.
In fact, that's actually what I got a lot of my stream ideas off of, were stuff that he did.
That's really cool.
But yeah, that's the story of Foo. As for what I am, I always refer to this guy as the trash can guy because that's kind of what he looks like to me. Not to say that like, oh, the art of him is trash or anything like that. No. It's literally,
it's endearing.
It just kind of reminds me of a little like garbage can, like the ones that you find Grouch in. I legitimately could not tell you what he is other than just like a little guy, like a little stick figure guy.
I feel that, because isn't it like, because it's no surprise to anyone that's been here in the channel for a long time, but, I am working towards getting a 2.0 model for myself. And I have basically said zero about any of the lore that I'm kind of going with. Because my plan is basically, once the 2.0 comes out, there will be more lore and stuff like that, but it won't be like, sometimes people will rebrand and it's like completely different. It won't be that at all. But it's kind of frustrating having to keep it under wraps because like there's so much stuff that I could talk about pertaining to that would be really interesting because they're very similar and parallel, where you're kind of like, what do I do? Like, like this is me, but like how far do I want to go with it? Are you feeling that, you're in a position where you don't really know where you want to go with it? Or are you just kind of like 99% of other people, just, this is me, I'm not really thinking too hard about it?
This is, I do have a direction I'm going to be taking this. The question is obviously money.
Yeah, and how, and all the other specifics. See, that's exciting. That's exciting because you have a vision and you just simply need the tools to make it reality. And that's an exciting time to be in. Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Are you ever thinking of like, are you thinking of like 2.0? Well, and by the way, feel free to let me know if like this is too much prying into of stuff. I'm just curious, so that's why I'm asking. But are you thinking of like for Foo 2.0 to be like a live 2D model or something like that, or are you thinking of continuing with like the PNG route?
I'm probably not gonna. It depends on PC stats and things like that. I'll have to see how. So Foo 0.0.
Foo 0.0.
Foo 0.0.
I love that.
It's a small kept secret. I do have a
excellent.
I do have a VTuber in the works.
Excellent.
I have a VTuber model in the works. Is the very well kept secret over here. I'm gonna say it's not too much of a change. This is you know what? As for what this guy is, he's effectively a cocoon right now. Foo's gonna blossom into something completely different. But he's gonna stay. Little guy Foo is kind of quintessential in starting my channel and getting it to where it is. So he's not going to be annihilated.
You know, that's a beautiful parallel there, because that's kind of how I'm doing it too. You know, the current model I have right now is also a cocoon of sorts for what is to be. And isn't it really nice that, like, you know, you start out from basically what is 0, right? And then you have not only the vision for 2.0, but then it's just a matter of like, okay, what do I need to do to get there? And then it's just a really fun, even if it may be a long journey, like especially for both of us, it's been a long time since we started streaming effectively, right? But once you get there, it's so worth it, no matter what.
My co-host Bear has Schrodinger's Bear has. I didn't outright state it, Bear, but yes. At some point, I am looking at. I forget who I've talked about this with, but the eventual cocoon is hoping to be a grasshopper of some sort.
So we're getting an exclusive take on this channel, and obviously your channel, of course, because we're both streaming here. But
yeah.
Has that been public knowledge before, or is that just like brand new breaking news for Raz Tavi's channel?
It's probably brand new news for your channel, but it's been, I've definitely like said, like, it's not really a leak. It's been, people have asked me about it, and I'm like, yeah, leaker Bear. Yeah, it's been, people ask me about it, like, oh, like, are you planning on doing anything else with it? And I was like, yeah, I'm planning on, for whatever reason, I vibe a lot with 1920s era, like, bootlegger culture.
Interesting.
I think it's a really interesting point in American culture and things like that. And I was like, you know, I like how they look, and I'm also a fan of kind of, there's a few VTubers who are insects and things like that. And
yeah.
I'm like, I like the way that they take things and the way that they look. And so I kind of want to see if I can't do something like that with myself.
You know, the way you described it made me think of like a instead of a grasshopper, I thought like a praying mantis with like a Tommy gun and a bowler hat and all that. And I'm thinking, you know, just the way that you're going to go with your imagination it's going to be not only unique by itself, because obviously it's your own unique vision, but also like the way it's going to come out, it's going to be really interesting, because you're right. You don't really see a lot of insectoid or insects in general type of VTubers, right? The only one I can really think of, which doesn't count because I don't think spiders are insects, is like Matara Khan, right? Like that's kind of the
cockroach,
only.
But yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought she was a spider.
Nah, there's a few. If you dig, you can find them. Like a lot of my follows have insects. They're mostly moths, which is originally what I was going to do.
Cool.
And then I was like, moths don't really. Now that I'm actually, moths
it doesn't hit the same.
I like them, but they don't necessarily fit my vibe. I love them, but they don't fit my vibe. And there's another thing that kind of goes along with this. So, Futacular comes from a nickname. Futacular is a nickname. And another one of my nicknames was Little Grasshopper.
Oh, that's
which is
so
like,
good.
wait a second, that makes sense. That makes sense to do Grasshopper.
Because you put a part of your soul into your VTuber. You know, you don't just like take like, oh, this is my original character, I want to make it, you know, you take from your actual life the things that you've been through, the things that you've had, good, positive, everything, and then you put that into one little guy, right? And you have it from there. Like, do you feel comfortable like sharing like how you got the Little Grasshopper title or nickname, or is it like
It's
just
not
like a
that-
special thing?
I'm gonna be completely honest, with a lot of my nicknames, it kind of came from nothing. It was just like one day, Grandpa Feartacular, which sounds weird because you know what? Don't think about it too hard. Grandpappy Feartacular one day started calling me Little Grasshopper, probably because I'm thin and I'm mostly leg. Much like a grasshopper, it has very long legs.
See,
And I
that's
think that's where that came from.
Because you know, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like, you know, some people would say, oh, that's a nothing sandwich, but like, it's a sentimental story that's special to you, and also it's like, you know, like typically, like, I haven't really been able to show it too much on stream, but like, my name Raz was originally Rasp, which, if you know what Rasp means, is like very like grating up against it being very annoying. I haven't been able to figure out how to unlock that and bring it out on stream, but typically, like off stream, I'm fairly annoying. I'm fairly, you know, but the thing is that I'm very good at knowing how far I can push someone and how far I can take something before I need to calm back. So I'm very measured in that regard. But, you know, I really enjoy it because I can get a rise out of people. And it's always in good fun. It's never to, like, actually infuriate them or anything like that. But, you know, stuff like that, you know, like, originally, you know, my name came from just a random. I liked two things and I thought they were nice and I slammed them together. But the nickname Rasp also coincided with how I actually was as a character. So, you know, simple coincidences like where, you know, Grampy Feartacular calls you Little Grasshopper. People would call me Rasp because I'm annoying. Like, it's a beautiful thing.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to ask, okay, where did it... I feel like we've been talking about my background a lot. I was like, what about your background as a streamer?
For me, you know, as a streamer, like, I did originally try a little bit on... It was called a game called The Crew, and it was a driving game, and I did it on Xbox. And I did it with a friend of mine, and we actually had, like... I hate to admit this, but on my old channel, I actually had more concurrent viewership in that one stream than I've ever had in my 9 months of streaming. I had like 40 people watching me. I had 40 people watching me. Yeah. And it was a brand new channel. I got on to The Crew. I was playing The Crew with my friend, and they had like 60 people. I had like 40 because we were the only ones streaming it. And, you know, it was just me and my friend being friends. Now, that channel has been scrubbed, but ironically, it still exists. It's called Rasputin Batavi. That was my That was my old gamer tag on Xbox. That was basically what I went through the entire time. I've now shortened it to Raz Tavi. I took the Tavi from Batavi and the Raz from Raz Tavi. Also, because like people call me Raz anyway, because no one is gonna say Rasp because it's 2 syllables. But that's the origin story of Raz Tavi. But besides, you know, that little time on, you know, The Crew and all that, I've always wanted to be a streamer of some sorts. Like, I always, whenever I'm playing video games, I pretend that I'm streaming to, like, a channel and, like, I'm just playing games and having fun. Now I do it for real, and it's weird because I feel like I was better when I wasn't streaming. But, you know... But, you know, the reason I did it was because I've always wanted to do it, and it was just a whim moment. Well, it was February 24, right? Yeah, so... I was just like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it for a month. If I don't like it, then I know for a fact I at least tried and I gave up on it. And then I'll scrub that channel. It'll be fine. Right? But now it's like, it legitimately, you know, and this is not a joke whatsoever. It has done so much positiveness, or it has been such a positive force in my life that it's been actually insane. You know, like no matter what, I always have something to look forward to at the end of the day. But, you know, in terms of streaming, like, I don't have anything near as illustrious as, like, you know, playing back in high school or anything. But in terms of, like, being online or anything, basically February 22nd is when I actually put out. Because, like, I don't have any IRL for my actual, like, who I am, you know. I almost said my real name. Fantastic. But, you know, I have all my social media online as Raz, right? But I don't have anything IRL for my IRL self. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have any of that stuff. I'm a ghost. It's actually, people get pissed off, actually, because they'll ask me for stuff, and I'm like, I don't have this. You know? I mean, the worst thing I have is a Snapchat, but I don't use the damn thing. In fact, I do my best to hide it from people. Because it's just like, because I had a, you know, my ex wanted me to have it, so I got it, and I've just had it ever since. But that was, like, the only thing I've ever budged on. So, yeah, I just have it now. And I think I have, like, less than, like, 10,000 score or whatever, which is calculated by how much you use it. So that kind of gives you an idea of, like, how much I actually used it. But
it's a similar story for me, in which I'm, like, I'm not necessarily a ghost, but I'm going to be honest, I have social medias. The only one I really use is Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, I doom scroll Twitter. You know, I really like Twitter because it allows me to see what's going on in real time in a lot of ways. So it kind of gives me an advantage in terms of, like, information I want to have. But generally speaking, I try not to be on it as much because it's too easy to scroll on.
Yep.
I mean, and, you know, my feed is just filled with, like, all the stuff I want to see. So it's like, it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
But, big stretch.
Big stretch. Oh, yeah, stretch. I don't actually have a stretch redeem that I should probably get.
Yeah, you should. Uh-oh. Everyone is losing their Pokemon.
Uh-oh.
They're throwing Pokeballs, but they're not catching anything. They're swinging and mithing. But,
I gotta ask. Are you... Well, okay, are you fine with moving on a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
All right. You mentioned the Pokemon. So, how big of a proponent of Pokemon are you? Are you really into Pokemon games? Are you not so into Pokemon games?
So, I've always had an interest in Pokemon because I thought they looked cool, but I never had anyone to play the game with, and I never really got into it. Like, I collected baseball cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards and Digimon until I would realize they were scams and like, not a scam, but like a ripoff, so I stopped. But besides that, like, I never really, like, got into any of those games. I didn't really understand Pokemon because, like, as a kid, Pokemon is very difficult to kind of figure out, or at least it was for me. So I didn't really understand how it worked until I was, like, in my teens, and by then I'd missed the wave, basically. But, you know, nowadays with Pokemon, you know, it's a browser extension of my channel that you can basically do anonymously if you choose, where, you know, you can play Pokemon, you can duel other people, and it's kind of enabled me to kind of get the stuff that I missed as a kid, I guess, because everyone was so excited with, like, getting their Game Boy and, like, battling other people. I think, yeah, because you had to use a cable or whatever. Anyway, long thing.
Yeah.
Logistics aside, you know, like, that's how they used to do it. But, like, I didn't have one because I was poor. But the thing was that even if I did have one, you know, I didn't really have anyone to play with. I don't know. It just it was what it was. But now, because I have this stupid extension game, it kind of lets me to vicariously live through that childhood I never had. So, you know, it's really cool. Like, I'm trying not to make this, like, too sentimental, but I'm trying to be factual as well. But it's exciting to do that. But in terms of, like, actual experience, I don't really own, like, any Pokemon games. I don't own any Pokemon games on the Switch or anything like that. I kind of find it fairly dull because it's like, it's kind of just gaming stats. But when you have other people in community, like, it changes everything.
All right.
What about you?
Oh, for me, I'm not actually that big into Pokemon, which is really funny considering.
Yeah. You asked the question.
Yeah, for me, I asked the question. Also, that interest was kind of inverse. So again, I had the huge, like, I didn't actually technically collect any Pokemon cards. My brother, Brotacular, I'm the younger of us.
No.
So I got his hand-me-downs. When he grew up, he got a bunch of the cards. It passed for him, and then it got passed on to me. And I thought, this is really cool. All these little pieces of cardboard with pictures on them. I didn't trade at all. I didn't know how to play the card game. I didn't do any of that. And then I had a Game Boy, which was also a hand-me-down from him. A lot of hand-me-downs. With, I think it was gold? Was it gold?
I remember playing something on the. It wasn't on the color. It was on the default Game Boy. It was before they got the color and the advanced.
No,
that was kind of the first Pokemon game I played.
This is a color one. It was a large ass cartridge, and that was the first one. And I didn't know how to play it, so I didn't touch it. I think I opted for racing games because too much money for you, Sunbaked. I opted for racing games because my 8-10-year-old goldfish brain could understand don't hit the walls, not how to play rock paper scissors with 30 extra things.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I missed out on the Final Fantasy train and a lot of like JRPGs and stuff, is because even today, like, I don't really particularly like turn-based combat, but I think it's maybe an age buff where, like, as I get older, I find those games way more scintillating and satisfying to play. So, like, like Civ games used to just drive me up the wall with boredom, but then, I would kind of get the bug and I would be up until like 5 a.m. playing it, and that it's just kind of been going on. Like, as the years go on, more and more of the games that are turn-based, I'm like, man, these were terrible 10 years ago, and now I'm like, this is great. This is the greatest thing on God's green earth. And it's like, oh God, but I'm still partial to it. I still don't prefer them, and I don't think I ever will. But it does suck because Final Fantasy was like that.
Yes. I'm also not a fan of turn-based. It's funny that you mentioned Civ. Because I played the hell out of Civilization 3. Again, I didn't quite understand how to play it because I don't think I played the tutorial and I didn't read. And it was mostly, I was really interested in it because I wanted to see what the different ages were.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like turn-based. Grand strategy games are a little bit different. I'm not super into them.
Yeah, like Supreme Commander, Forged Alliance was my jam. Well, let me qualify this, because I don't want to say like who like them. It's just I need to be invested in the story and the characters to look past it. That's where I'm at. So like if I
Yeah.
really like the game, I will put up with a lot, you know? Like there's a lot of games that I don't technically like from a gameplay perspective, but I still play because I really love them from a story perspective. Death Stranding, I think, is probably like the best example of this. I don't really like the fact that most of the game is just running from point A to point B because I feel like I could be spending my time elsewhere. But the story is so damn good, and it literally is. It's one of my favorite like game stories of all time. Like Kojima hit it right out of the park, and also he hit like very like if you ever played the game, I won't spoil it for anyone, but like if you've gone through some of the experiences and what Kojima's message was, like it really hits you hard, and you're just like, damn. Like, man. But besides that, you know, it's like, I won't really, not interested. Next in queue on Steam, you know?
I need to play Death Stranding. That was one of the games I saw and I was like, wait, this is probably a baller story.
So I will say for Death Stranding, if you can get through the halfway point, and you'll know when the halfway point is, you will have a great time. Because when I started playing Death Stranding, I bought the game and I put in 2 hours and I was like, fuck, I need to finish this game. So I speed ran it. I speed ran art and real time attack, whatever. I was trying to finish the game as soon as possible. And then the story started getting very heavy and I was ignoring it. But like it was so good that I just started paying attention. And then by the end of it, I was bawling like a baby. Like legitimately, like it's one of those games that either you'll bawl like a baby like I did, or you'll be like, damn, this is a good story. One of the two. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say the story of Death Stranding is bad. I think the only thing I've ever heard is the gameplay of Death Stranding is bad.
Yeah.
But
And I think I feel like that also depends on your mindset going in, because I do know Death Stranding is a bit of a walking sim, but that's like the point.
Well, as you play the game, you'll get more things that will optimize your routes so that you don't walk as much and you're utilizing your tools and stuff. But that's also part of the fun of the game. But without them, you're just running. But, Bear actually brings up a good point about Civ, like Civ 3 and then Civ 5. But, he was talking about Civ 4 with Leonard Nimoy talking during the entire game. And did you play Civ 4?
I don't believe I played Civ 4.
Oh, man. Bear's going to be sad to hear that. Because Leonard Nimoy was I believe, the voiceover for everything and the other things like that. Spock is my dad. What? Says Bear. I feel that. Not gonna lie. I feel that.
I'm sorry. I'm not a very... You'll learn that I'm not a very, like... I'm gonna call it media literate. No, not media literate.
That's fine. Me neither.
I'm not well-versed.
I mean, I'm a weeaboo, right? So, like, because here's where my interests, right? I really only care about Hololive and Holostars. I care about anime. I care about VTubing. I care about a few other things that are nondescript and not really worth mentioning. But besides that, like, that's my thing. If you ask me, hey, do you remember this band in 2007? No, I don't. No, I don't care. I like what I like and I don't care. I was like, oh my God, this Coldplay is so amazing. I'm like, I know 3 songs. That's about it. That's the best you're going to get from me. Sorry.
Everybody knows 3 songs of Coldplay.
Yeah. But that's the thing, right? Like, it's like, like,
they only have 3 songs.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm very well versed, but I like what I like and I don't really care. But that unintentionally kind of brought up, like, because I remember one of the topics that we talked about. Okay, sorry, someone in chat named Marie Edmonds. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just said, what is Coldplay?
Wait, do they not know?
Marie, do you not know who Coldplay is? I feel like Marie is such a specimen to me because she will know things that blow my mind away. Like, how the hell do you know this? And then she'll ask, what is Coldplay?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Marie the one that did your 3D model? Or
yes.
Someone else? Okay.
Yes.
I was like, I've lurked a little bit, and I've the name Marie Edmonds. Edmonds?
Which one? What do you think? Which one do you think it is?
Fuck, you said Edmonds?
What do you think? What's your final answer?
I would say Edmonds.
That's correct. It's Marie.
Yeah.
So, Coldplay, since I kind of derailed the conversation for this, I might as well.
No, there is no derailing.
They're very popular, very good band that Coldplay was like originally like a very serious band, and then it got memed on because of one of their songs going like mega viral. But I would recommend like looking up Coldplay on YouTube and listening to some of the music they have. But like, have you ever heard of Vita La Vida? You know, I'm gonna play a little bit of on it on stream.
That or Clocks or probably
if it gets DMCA'd, I don't care. But like everyone heard this song on the radio. Vita La Vida was just such a sensational song, you know.
The string riff is iconic, and it was
The
even
name
more
sounds-
iconic because of the a certain Minecraft YouTuber who decided to make a cover of it.
Creeper?
No. Well, technically,
No, I know.
It was, but it was.
That was-
I forgot the name of the video. Oh no.
Oh my god.
I would say that more newer would be Journey of a Lifetime?
I will say though, Coldplay's Vita La Vida
Paradise.
was the one that made me realize that I love violin and orchestra. Is this 80s?
It's
This came out in 2008. In the 80s? Marie, how old do you think I am?
Oh, they do have some. They have
Marie!
Fix You, Hymn for the Weekend,
Marie!
Sky Full of Stars.
Marie!
Oh,
Boo.
they were on something like us.
How are you ignoring
Just
this?
like this.
She just called me like 50.
Ah, you old geezer.
Ah!
Okay, boomer.
Ah! Oh, Marie. Poor Marie. Oh god, I'm being called Elder Raz.
Elder Raz.
Elder Raz. Sorry, but the comment, is this the 80s? Oh, that's rough.
That is rough.
It's
Coldplay
like
doesn't
saying,
sound even like 80s old. Coldplay is like
this is sad dad rock, sad emo dad rock, you know?
Coldplay is astoundingly like 2000s, early 2010s alt.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I want to pause the song and go back to my like non-copyright or copyright stuff, but like, it's so good.
It's
my sword and shield.
that's why I'm like, stop calling him wyvern
You are
names,
so
Bear.
old, Raz G's.
We have Ozir Razaloth and Razaloth.
Okay. As long as you're not calling me the pickle, we're fine. Have you met the pickle
Yeah, but
yet?
it's definitely-
Boo?
I have hunted a singular Deviliho. I've also been accosted by several Deviliho
wait,
wielding
how do you pronounce
Tiki-Yakus as
it?
weapons.
How do you
Is it not
pronounce
Deviliho?
It's Devil
Wait.
Joe.
It's Devil Joe?
Yes, it's Devil
Well,
Joe.
damn.
It's not Devil.
I thought it was Devil
Did you say
Eho.
Devil Eho? Like Devil's son?
Deviliho. Yes. No, because it's the Devil's son.
Oh, he's the angry pickle. He is the angry pickle.
I do
Uh,
know
Monster-
he's the angry
Mon-
pickle.
I feel like we just drove by, shot Marie, and now we're just leaving her out to bleed. I'm sorry, Marie. It's just,
Hey,
I can't
Marie.
help it. I can't help it.
Bree said we were boomers, so
Well, I said that she said that we're boomers. I kind of put words in her mouth. She just said, I don't know the song. Was that from the 80s?
same difference. We don't go back on our opinions here. We're streamers.
Well, I'm not
We
going
can't say
back.
we're
I'm just
wrong.
making sure that Marie doesn't know I'm being a dick. Razaliho? Okay, that's enough.
Kulu Yaku. I'd be a Kulu Yaku. I identify as a Kulu Yaku.
Oh man.
I love that.
How about them
dough
hollow
looking
stars?
ass.
How about them hollow live?
Yeah, I was about to say you had a pretty good transition there. You wanted to talk to me about Hololive and Hollow Stars.
Yeah, it's because you actually brought this up originally a few days ago before we started, like, you know, like really hammering down the times and stuff. Make a weird noise. There you go. There's the weird noise. Sorry, Foop. I'm sorry. I had to. But you were like, yeah, you know, I've been getting into Hololive and Hollow Stars, but like I'm kind of just dipping my toes into it. I'm like, yes. So tell me, like, what is your experience? Because my experience with like Hololive, like being introduced to it, was weird.
Okay, can you give me 1 second? I gotta go to the bathroom, and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
I'm gonna run ads here.
Sounds good.
Have
Have fun.
In the meantime, I guess tell the chats. For those of you who don't know, give a quick rundown of what Hollow Stars and Hololive is.
Sure. And then I'll
Those
also
who
catch up with
don't
chat.
know. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. Welcome. And what do you mean? What's that 180 song though? The one that played everywhere. What do you mean? Can you give me like a riff? Anyway, welcome in Raz's chat and Foo's chat. Take on me, I hear everywhere. Take on me. Okay, I need to be doing my job here. So for those of you who don't know, VTubing, which is what you're watching right now, me and Foo are considered VTubers. The one that kills me inside. Oh, I know what song you're... Sorry. Wanted to make a weird noise during it. How Hololive works and how Holostars work is that the female branch of the VTubers is Hololive, whereas the male branch of the VTubers is Holostars. So you may be familiar with, like, you know, Gargura. You may be familiar with, like, a lot of other VTubers. But essentially how it is that there's VTubers like me and you that are entertainers, that are presenters, etc. But they also have the ability to sing and dance and to do a lot of interesting things. And basically, the entire VTuber boom, the reason why I'm a VTuber and a lot of other people are VTubers, is because of this company called Covercore, which is the one that, it's the corporation that governs over Hololive and Holostars. There's the Japanese branch, and then there's the English branch. Pekora got into the VTuber awards? Yeah, so if you're also curious about the reach of Hololive and Holostars, Usada Pekora is actually in the VTuber awards right now. Which is insane when you consider the fact that, like, she's in the JP area in Japan, but she has such reach that she's in the American US Gamer Awards, which is pretty nuts. But essentially, for those of you who are like, well, oh, okay, Raz, you gave me an intro to, like, the branch, but, like, what do they actually do? So primarily, they do exactly what I do. They stream very commonly, they do games, they hang out with their viewers, but there is a little bit of differences in terms of their culture, and the primary one is typically the fact that with Hololive, obviously it's all girls, but they're able to sing, they're able to dance, they do a lot of interesting things. So when you think of like a band or you think of like an idol, for example, that's exactly what they are. That's what they do. But instead of it just being like a regular band where you can go to their shows and watch their music, and that's about the extent of it, with Hololive, with the VTubers, what it does is it allows you a one-on-one connection, essentially, with that individual VTuber that allows you to, you know, even if it's surface level at best, like, you can get to know that person and that person can get to know you, which is one of the reasons why, I'll talk about it when Fu got here, but, you know, one of the reasons why I got pulled into the rabbit hole was because these people from Hololive were so good at entertaining and being interesting people, but they were also just genuinely decent people, right? They were just like regular people like me and you, except they're really good at entertaining and they're really funny and they can sing and all that stuff. That may have been a bad pitch, but also you're kind of expecting me to boil down everything that is Hololive into a simple thing. But if you want me to be like, oh, well, Raz, one sentence, what it is. They're entertainers, they're VTuber entertainers. There you go. But they're corporate, so it's different. By the way, Fu, are you here, or was that just like noise from the background? Nope? Okay. And it looks like ads are finally being run on Fu's channel. So over here, we don't have ads yet, but yeah, August. Indeed. God, I'm looking at the names from Razaliho, Hulu Yaku. That's good. Stebion. Okay. Ay. But, you know, like, I'll tell my story about how I got into Hololive. But basically, the butterfly effect was Saris Fauna. I want to make a little VTuber guy. You should. It's fun. Why not, like, you know, make an asset for Fu. You know, add a thing that, like, a PNG that he can put on top of his current model, like a party hat or something. See, it's really easy in a sense for, like, Fu to, like, add stuff onto him because all he needs is a PNG, right? Whereas with me, like, if I wanted to add something onto me, like, I could cheat, right? I could cheat and do, like, a, what is it called? Like a blankie, right? However, you know, it has to be a really high quality one in order for it to work. Also, I felt like I'm very comfy right now, so I'm gonna keep the blankie on. Hey, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful time. I'm having so much fun hanging out with Fu. It really is like one of those things where it's like, you know, you don't need to play a game together. You don't have to do anything. You can just hang out and talk. Okay, and that's the best. Oh, hello?
Does this return?
Welcome back.
Uh-oh, our ads are literally just starting.
That's what happens when you don't
Tank?
run them. Oh, what's Tank?
I didn't run it. Cowboy Bebop opening.
Oh, that's right. You have copyright music going.
Shh, don't let the Twitch know that.
I'm not saying that.
I got my split audios.
What software do you use? Oh, I use, for me personally, I use VTube Studio. But to make it, you need Live 2D and Photoshop or a Photoshop equivalent. It's very engaged.
GIMP, if you don't want to acquire Photoshop through legal and or not legal means, GIMP
I prefer
works
Krita.
quite well.
I prefer Krita over GIMP.
Yeah.
But you have options.
There's options.
Yeah, bear, okie dokie bear. Drinky winky, let's go. Okie dokie bear. And then foo. Oh, what are you trying to say, Murray? Woo! But yeah, so I just filled them in. I was like, I didn't do a good job talking to everyone. I was like, I should ask Murray, how are you doing? Rat, how are you doing? Bear, how are you doing? But I didn't. And Schrodinger's bear, how are you doing? Trees, how are you doing? But I didn't do that because I'm a bad streamer.
Keep your attention on me. Nah.
Foo returned, so I said foo. Okie dokie, Murray. I see.
I'm back.
I think I'm gonna hold a grudge against her.
Wow.
I
always feel like an old
man
whenever
Maybe for like a minute. No, I can't hold a grudge. That is actually one of my flaws. I don't really hold grudges.
That's not a flaw.
No, because like you should for like people that are POSs, right? Like if someone wrongs you intentionally and they're malicious, like immediately forgiving them is not a good idea. Because then it leaves you open to like forgiving them again. You know what I mean?
I guess my point of a grudge is like you stay like angry and upset at them instead of just like cutting them out of your life.
Yeah, true. And also, Marie, I'm being facetious. I was just fucking around. Don't worry. You're wonderful, like Marie. Don't you worry, Marie. You are wonderful. Don't ever doubt yourself.
The differences in our vernacular, Raz, are quite different.
What do you mean?
I feel like you have a much more... I don't want to say you use more flowery language, but you definitely have a larger vocab than I do.
Really? I don't think I do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I may use like fancy words on occasion, but typically like the only reason I do is because I believe that they're easier to like express how things are. But like, did I say anything like flowery or anything like that recently?
No, it's more a matter of, well, it's flowery and we're effectively comparing, we're comparing your language to that of a clump of dirt. a lot of my vernaculars fuck with an H.
Well, yeah. So like, I mean, the reason why that's the case for me is I'm like, typically on the day-to-day, I'm not allowed to curse. It's like a big no-no. So like, you have to get really clever with like saying fuck you without saying fuck you.
As
like
my last email.
Yeah, like, one of my favorite ones is, if someone disagrees with me, I look at them, I'm like, you can feel free to test that, but I don't want to be contacted if there's issues, because it's like, hey, I'll let you do what you want, but if you fuck it up, all right, don't care. But, you're not allowed to say, well, it's not really that you're not allowed. It's just like, it's bad decorum. And like, whenever there's, whenever you're working somewhere, like, the rules, like they're silent, but like you can hear them. Right.
And so do I.
Yeah. And you have to, and you have to obey them. Right. But,
yes.
The other time too, is like, sometimes you can kind of distract people with it. I mean, there's a lot of clever stuff, but I feel like, the one thing that I am genuinely worried about is that like, I don't want to use big words unnecessarily, Like, that's the thing I hate doing. And I catch myself doing it. I'm like, damn, I could have just used simple and ordinary language. Because, like, I feel like, how much can I say? Like, typically the best way to communicate is simply, without any fancy words, without saying anything crazy. Like, facetious, right? Like, facetious literally just means like, I don't mean it. It's being fake, right? Like, it's whatever. But, like, it's way easier to just say, oh, I don't mean it. Like, I'm just being silly.
Yeah, I will say, like, there's the idea of like, oh, it's the intent behind it. If you use big words with the intention of sounding smart, you sound like a pretentious asshole.
Every time.
If you use the word that comes to mind, that's where the difference between seeming like a pretentious asshole and seeming like someone who's very well spoken.
Yeah, that's why I try to mimic, because like what I do typically is like, like I use a lot of very particular languages. Like, they're not terms of art or like terms of like a profession or anything, but like, sans, for example.
Prose.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So like what you can do is like, or what I do is like, I know I'm not going to be able to stop myself from saying it. So instead I'll do this where like, for example, if I'm saying like, hey, can we do this sans that? Instead of just like leaving it there, I'll be like, hey, can we do this sans that? I'll be like, can we do that without that? So that if they know what I'm talking about, cool. If they don't, then hey, they knew a new word. They knew.
Sans is sans an actual? I know. Is sans an actual word in English, or is it just a borrowed?
Sans
word
is
from
a
French?
Latin word that means without.
Oh.
So yeah.
I know it from French. Okay, so it's Latin. It's a Latin borrowed word.
I believe it's Latin. I'm not sure. I'm not an etymologist, but basically, like, what it means is like, if someone says, "Hey, let's do this," sans this, that means without that thing they're talking about.
Yep.
You know,
because that's where I learned it from was French class, because that's in sans is or sans is without.
Marie is like, I have to keep my students from using flowery language in their homework. Yeah, the thing about like, because here's the thing, like, if you come up to someone and be like, hey, my lexicon is very large, right? Or sorry, my lexicon is very fast. That's literally just saying my vernacular is very big. And it's like, lexicon, like, well, we're gonna get into semantics here if we keep going. But basically, the point is, like, my goal is, like, there are big words that I have and I use, but I always try to make sure, I don't want to use the word dumb it down, but it's a really good way of putting it because, one, even if the person you're talking to doesn't need it to be dumbed down, it's easier to digest and receive. Like, you ever hear the adage, like, the best teachers are the ones that can say it simply because they have a mastery of the subject. Therefore, they don't need to obfuscate or confuse you with things because they can tell it to you nice and simple, right? That's what I try to do. And I fail all the time, right? Like I just use obfuscate, which means, like, smoke and mirrors, which, why use that word? You know, why of all the words to use, why that
it comes
one?
naturally.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's annoying. It's annoying.
I can see where that could be annoying, yeah.
Because it's like, you know, obviously, like, I know what it means, but, like, if I'm talking to someone, it's like, well, shit, I haven't heard obfuscate in, like, years. What obfuscate? What is skating? It's like, you're like, trying to figure it out in your head, and it's like, that's unnecessary. That's why you have to keep your students from being those people. Yeah, because, like, ultimately, like, I wish you guys knew my profession, because then I could be very specific with example. But basically, like, the most beautiful things I have read and written have been the most simple things in the world, you know? People will tend to do, and it's unintentional, but they do it anyway, where they will put flowery language or they will be very, very, like, educated, right? Because they want to show that they know what they're doing. But in so doing that, they actually don't achieve their goal, which is whatever they, you know, why they're putting pen to paper. Like, let's say you're writing a paper on how to floss your teeth. If you're talking about the etymology of the term brush, no one cares. That's completely separate. But people feel they need to do that to justify their own intelligence, which is fine. You know, you need to have that. But if your goal is to do one thing, do that, you know? But that's an art. That is something that takes years. And I'm not even good at it. So, and you never really get great at it. You just get good sometimes, and then you're like, crap, I'm bad. And then you have to work your way back up there, and then you go back, and then you have to it's a never-ending cycle.
It's almost getting into a mindset, which I will say there's something about that. That story bunch reminds me of. I am fine with this. I'm taking a ceramics course.
Oh, nice.
Not pottery, more like semiconductors and glass.
Oh.
My professor is ESL, English Second Language, and the way he describes some things they make me smile and they make me giggle because they're unconventional.
Yeah.
And the perfect example of, like, kind of dumbing things down is he was describing stress concentrations in glass, which is a lot of. Long story short, stress concentrations in glass are bad because if you have them, the glass will easily shatter.
Yep.
Generally, they're bad. There's a few exceptional cases, but yeah. As he was describing them, he basically said the stress concentrations occur in glass because you take a snapshot of the atoms, and when you do it when they're hot, and when the atoms are hot, they're really angry and really upset. And so when you take a snapshot of these really upset, really angry atoms, they freeze in place. And it's fine as long as they're frozen, but if you heat them up a little bit, they're still angry. So when you give them a little bit of room to move, they're gonna, like, start throwing fisticuffs to the other atoms, and your glass is gonna shatter. That's how he described it.
That's a beautiful way of describing what stress fractures actually are. Not just in ceramics, but, like, in steel, in construction. That's actually really cool. Yeah, because the other thing, too, with ESL, like, is because their language is not English originally, they're trying to say exactly what they need to say in the least amount of words, which is actually what, like, in my opinion, the greatest writers do, is they use very few words to convey a ton, right? But because you're ESL, you have to do that on a day-to-day. Therefore, you end up becoming much better at, like, describing things, right? Like, some people will give you a one-word answer to something, and it answers everything. You just have to sit there and, like, ponder it, and you're like, damn, that's provoking. It's like, no, it's just like, I don't know how else to say it.
There's also that matter of like, well, you're learning Japanese, so you know this, and I don't know how many other languages you know, but there's the idea of like, what language do you think in? And
Yeah,
it's
I'm
okay.
totally learning Japanese.
You could have said, all right. Well, there's the idea of like, if you're learning another language, you have, for reference, we would think in English and then translate that to Japanese. And I know if you become fluent in a language, that kind of goes away, but
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I actually am learning Japanese. I'm just like, I'm a bad student. I just haven't made the time for it, and I should. Because I only speak English, and I've studied Latin, and I've studied Latin, French, Spanish, and German.
Oh, you almost said all the Romance languages.
Yeah, basically. But I don't have any true fluency in any of them. I have familiarity at best, even though I did take college courses for Latin. But the thing is that, like, the only language I actually want to learn is Japanese. Every other language, don't really care. I only wanted to learn Latin because I wanted to read source material in its original language. That was it.
That's fair, actually.
But then I realized, like, and I'm not worth it. Honestly, like, it's like, yes, the translations aren't great, but, you know, some other person that actually their job will catch it for me, hopefully. You know, I don't need to be perfect. I'm being hit with raspberries. Also, I genuinely do want to. I don't think I'll become conversational in Japanese in a year, but like one of my actual New Year's resolution is by 2025 December be semi. I tend to do my New Year's resolutions fairly vague so that I can wiggle here and there, but I want to have a very good familiarity with Japanese.
Yeah, you can go to a restaurant and they hand you a menu, or if you have time to figure something out, you can figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, like, ultimately, the pet project is like memorizing hiragana and katakana. Kanji, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But
there's Japanese people who don't even know how to do all kanji.
Oh, Marie's typing Japanese in chat. At least she's not using kanji. I believe that's just hiragana. No, wait.
You're already doing a good job being able to discern.
I mean, okay, so I mean, I haven't figured out the way to discern between like hiragana and katakana very well, but I have figured out how to determine between kanji typically, and typically it's the complication like Chinese letters. Can you read this? No, I can't.
It's probably kanji.
Yep, just hiragana. Okay, yeah, so you know that's what I really want, and the reason why is because I feel like if I ever go to Japan, which I hope I do, knock on actual wood, is even if I don't speak the language, I want to at least be able to read what's on there. Because even if I don't know what it means, like I can be like, you know, Razu wa kakoi desu, which is Raz is cool. And someone will be like, yeah, no. Like, no, that's not right. Hiragana is round, katakana is straight. That's beautiful.
That's where I'm like, I do kind of share that sentiment. Like, if I ever try to go to a country for an extended amount of time, I'm gonna try to at least not learn the language, but I'd like to get like at least pleasantries under my belt, just because.
Yeah, those aren't hard. I mean, you could write them down on a note card and you'd be pretty good to go, you know. But I'm just trying to aim because I like, you know, I've never. I guess it's really cringe to talk about, but you know, Japanese media in a lot of ways have been very formative on who I am as a person in terms of like the shows I enjoy, the cultures I enjoy, stuff like that. I know, right? VTubing is a traditionally Japanese, you know, culture, I feel like, even though it may not be. But, you know, like, do I think I'll ever like move to Japan and live there? Not really, no. But I think it's just more so like, I don't know, there's just a fervent desire. And I don't know why.
No, I do share that like sentiment of wanting to visit Japan.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, because if we're just being brute here, like Japanese and typical are very xenophobic, right? Typically.
Now
There's
obviously
obviously
a lot of countries are.
Yeah, as time goes on, that will eventually go away, especially with the younger generation. Like, they don't care. It's just, Japan is a very homogenous society that is very strong. So it takes a lot of time to kind of loosen that up. But also, I'm American, so I believe that I can do whatever I want. So, it's how it goes, right? But
hell yeah, brother.
yeah, hell yeah, USA. But,
USA.
like learning a language is a dedication and time thing. But the other reason why I want to learn Japanese is one is like, and this is a selfish thing, but this is genuinely like one of the reasons I want to learn Japanese too. It's actually another reason because of streaming is I want to communicate with Japanese VTubers and do stuff with them because a lot of the humor and stuff I like is actually like the Japanese form of comedy. Because the way the Japanese do comedy is so different to how Americans and English speakers do it. And I love it because it's very Japanese in general. The language is very assumptive. When people say stuff, you're supposed to assume what they mean from it and deduce what's going on. And that also shows up in their comedy. And it's a very highbrow form of comedy that's very complex and very difficult, but it comes natural for them because it's their language, it's their culture. But as an American, when I first got introduced to it, like it was insane, right? Like, you could say lowbrow part of it is like Gaki no Tsukai, which is a TV show in Japan that I love to death. Matsumoto, what was it? All these people just love them. But then you have like Japanese VTubers that really encompass the beauty and just like that form of comedy that you don't see in America. And it's very hard because in the English language, it doesn't really lend well. But in Japan, it's beautiful. So like that's another, like, because I'm a VTuber, that's another reason on top of the previous ones I have why I want to do it. But I feel like I've been blabbing about Japan. See, I'm a weeaboo. I like to think that I'm at least a decent weeaboo. I don't ever want to be like this guy sucks, this guy is weird, I don't like him. I think I've skated that edge well.
Yes, this guy is weird. I don't like him. Looks at the community you've hand grown.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do what I can. Although Marie does say that the younger generation isn't much better in her experience. I mean, I don't experience it since I may be mistaken for a Japanese person, but as long as you can read the room, yeah, for sure. I mean, like in Japan, there are literally establishments that say, no gaijins, no foreigners, which like totally understand, right? Like I completely get that, but it's a big deal in a lot of other circles. But for me, it's just like, no, this is your country. You decide, right? It's your rules. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm an American, so it's just, even if I do visit Japan, I think I probably will die in America. So we'll see. Who knows? But yeah.
I do share that. I'm gonna segue. I want to put a pin on this because it would appear that we both have at least some travel plans. I'm gonna put a pin on that.
Yeah.
And when I left.
Oh, Hololive, right.
Hololive, Holostars.
Hey!
I do apologize for derailing a little. I believe I was the one that derailed that a little bit.
No, that was my fault. I should have known. I should have read the room.
I'm assuming the chat now. I'm assuming you gave the chats a rundown of Hololive and Holostars.
If they
and
remember.
I'm assuming if you're in a PNG tuber and a VTuber's chat, you would know what Hololive is and Holostars. You would probably know what Hololive is. You might know.
Holostars not so much.
Probably know what Holostars is.
Yeah, because the VTuber market is dominated primarily by women entertainers and creators, and the primary market share is men, typically. So,
can I say good for them?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like every market is different. Like there's no control over it, But the Holostars still have their market share, right? With their viewers. So it's all over the place. But I'm just stating facts, right?
So I want to say let's get. I know you had a question for me before I left. Do you remember what the question was?
I think the question I was going to ask was, what was your introduction to Hololive or like Holostars or whatever the case is, and like, what were your impressions of it? Because my story with it was very wild.
Okay, so I mean, I probably heard a lot about in terms of actual Hololive. I'm not too familiar with the Japanese side of things because again, my only option is VODs my only options is translated VODs, which are even more rare than just,
You should watch clips.
Yes. That's where I got a lot of stuff was. My original introduction was Hololive EN similarly to a lot of people, was Hololive EN's Gargura. and clips of
Uh-huh.
her, because she fucking went viral with
Yep.
ah.
Yep. It's kind of funny because I knew about Gargura, but I didn't know about VTubers. I would see memes about it, and it's like, is this another Miku? Like, that's what I thought when I saw her. I was like, is this another Miku? Like, all right.
Funnily enough, Gura wasn't actually the first VTuber I heard of. The first VTuber I heard of was Project Melody. yeah, laugh all you want. Laugh all you fucking want.
Sorry, I know who Project Melody is. So, did you not know
Yeah.
Kazuna Ai? No, I did not know who Kazuna Ai was until I got into VTubing, and I went, holy moly, this person is like incredibly integral to everything.
Mhm.
But no, I knew of Miku, but Miku was always a weird thing to me. Sorry for derailing, but like Miku was one of those things where it's like, is it a person? Are they a VTuber? And I still don't really know. But anyway, sorry, Fu. Go ahead.
I can understand. Miku does kind of bridge that was like that
Yeah.
VTuber thing. But yeah, so Melody was technically the first VTuber who I had heard winks of for several reasons. Gura was the first Hololive VTuber I'd seen clips of. Other than that, there was obvious things like Marine with Treasure Box, stuff like that.
song.
Oh, I forgot what her name is. The one who
Suisui?
Suisei I had heard about, but no, it was before that. It was Kason. Fuck, what was her Hololive name?
Coco.
Yes. Coco I had seen a lot of memes of. That was like the first Japanese, but she also did a lot of like I'm gonna call it cross-cultural stuff.
Well, she literally is the reason why Hololive EN exists.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, you had the Calliope Mori was the first kind of holo. She was the first music part that I got into. In terms of Japanese, Suisei was. In terms of music, I like everything Suisei puts. Everything I've heard from Suisei, I like, and she's probably the one I listen to the most of in terms of Japanese. In actual content, I want to say the most I've seen on the Japanese side is Umaru Poko's Legend of Polka series.
I love Poco.
Polka's fucking great.
I'm gonna
As for Ian, Ian Fauna's fucking wonderful. Which I know you're a sapling.
Keep going. You can say more about her.
I don't know, she's goofy. I fucking love that shit. The
Yes.
fucking Minecraft,
She's so
the
funny.
Minecraft streams.
Oh, dude, yes. She is so like, I almost said something a little bit controversial.
Yeah.
So okay, so this is actually I'm we said Bao Bao, also Bao Bao. Yeah, Fuumoko is a force of her own, but
Fuumoko is great.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not like female entertainers until I met Fauna. I'm gonna be very honest, and it's not because I thought that women could not be comedians or entertainers or anything of that sort. I want to make that very clear. The reason why I thought that was because I had been alive for so long, yet I haven't met a single person that could just make me laugh as hard as like all the other creators. Because for those who don't know, full disclosure, my favorite streamer of all time is Pay Money Wubby. Even though, yes, Sarah's Fauna is my Kamayoshi, but, you know, I never had found a female streamer that can make me laugh as hard or be as engaged or really care as much until Fauna. And legitimately, the introduction to Sarah's Fauna for me was I watched a VOD where she was doing a unarchived karaoke. And she was doing karaoke, and she did a song, and it was called Monkeys Gone to Heaven. And I didn't know what this song was before. And it was the most funny 5 minutes that I was legitimately belly laughing. And I'm like, I've never had this happen before. I clicked on her channel, and I started just absolutely watching all of her VODs. I would watch her live and all that. And then after like 6 months of watching her, she was the first person I ever subscribed to or membership to, ever. And I was like, this chick is hilarious. Because every stream, I was like, okay, when am I going to get bored of her? When am I going to get like, oh, this is like not funny. This is not whatever. Never. Even now. Like, if you look at my, like, I posted on Twitter, I'm in like the top 2% of Fauna watchers. I watch her
You're
13
a true
times
sapling.
more. I am a true sapling, okay? Although my headcanon for her is that she's happily married and she just does streaming. I'm not any of the gachigoi, which is a term for like people falling in love with her. I just think she's fucking hilarious.
Is that okay?
Can you send me your favorite fauna stream? Oh god, that's a really tall order.
Are those any different from? Are those I've heard of them called unicorns.
What do you mean?
Is that, I don't know if that's the English term or not, but like viewers that get upset when a female streamer
Oh god
has a significant other.
No, that's the gachigoi culture. So that's basically, I forgot what the actual translation was, but basically what happened was they used to have a thing where any talent could interact with any other talent. There was no issues. And you got some of the funniest collabs. Look at the Calliope Mori and Nora Vesper one, for example, or the Crony and Nora Vesper. Those were god tier, right?
Fucking the fucking Crony, the goddamn Crony. What
smut.
is it? Advice. The advice booth.
Yep.
The fucking Charlie Brown skit. That shit sends me.
Yeah, it's just we don't have that anymore because there is now an unofficial but basically official women cannot interact with men. And the reason why is because there is a very large majority of extremely lonely men who genuinely are actually in love parasocially with the streamer. And because of that, they got very freaking angry, where they started like doing genuinely like terrible stuff. And they're like, all right, damage control. And corporations, they're very damage averse. So they always do everything in their power. So that's what happened. You know, Fauna typically never really interacted with a lot of other people. She's kind of a solo dolo type person. But, you know, like she's hilarious on her own right, but with other people. But it's really unfortunate because it segregated the viewership instead of like, because the reason people know about Holostars, because I think I saw Tree say something about this earlier. I genuinely had no idea Holostars were a thing. Me neither. I figured out what Holostars was through Yukoku Dorobaru, which is my Oshi on the JP side. I didn't know who he was until I saw a clip of him and a HoloLive member. And I was like, who are these people? They're hilarious.
Who are you?
Exactly. I wish I had a favorite HoloLive streamer, but my favorites are the one company promotional VTuber and one from Niji Sanji. Yeah, Coco, and then Niji Sanji. I don't think you've ever wait, you have told us like once what it was. But yeah, Fuumoka for Ian is a solid choice, and a bunch from JP. Yeah, Kokoro. Yeah.
I love I love a lot of Ian. The only one Ian that I'm like, I actually have I have a bit of a soft spot for Raura because of other reasons, but
yeah. I would say try not to say anything bad about any of the talents for your own safety. I'm not going to. But I mean, if you want to, feel free, but I'm not. I'm going to be over here. But
I'm going to say I'm not a fan of Bijo. I'm not a fan of Koseki Bijo for the fact of the fucking brain rot. The fucking brain rot bullshit with the sticking out your gat for an Rizzler.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're so bow bow. I mean, I don't hate her for that, but I'm like,
she's amazing. I mean, I don't like her content because it's not for me, and I don't like I like her personally as an entertainer, but like it's not someone that I'm going to watch constantly, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, besides like Fauna, if you're like, okay, you can't choose Fauna as your favorite like HoloLive. I mean, I don't really have anyone that I would really like. I mean, I like Mume, but Mume is kind of like one of those like glass cannons where like you don't know what you're getting. Someone's gonna get shot, you just don't know if it's her or you.
Yeah.
Damn, now it's kind of, this is really hard actually. I mean, Gura if she streams, you know.
Gura if she streams.
Because yeah, I mean, if you know about the Gura situation, you know. If not, then I'm not gonna talk about it. But
I do know. I'm adjacent. I'm not super. I don't watch a ton of HoloLive. I watch it occasionally and I see a lot of clips, but I do believe I know what you're talking about.
If you know about
with a certain time traveler.
No. I'm talking about the fact like who she was before HoloLive and like some of her.
Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah.
Something about
and it's not been confirmed, but like I'm pretty certain that's why she doesn't stream very much, on top of other things. But yeah. But all that being said, you know, I only really like Fauna. She's the only one I really watch. On the JP side, if I had to choose, besides like Yuko Kurobaru, because he's Holostars, I don't. Nene is fine. Noelle,
Your
Noelle's
husband?
ASMR is amazing. Like Noelle's ASMR is like some of the best stuff you can get in the world.
ASMR head.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely love it. She's like Noelle is so good at it. It's insane.
All I know is
Polone
there's a
and
clip
Pegro.
of her. All I know is that there's a fucking clip of her. It's a clip of her short where it's ASMR in air quotes, but she like maxes out the gain on her fucking mic.
That's true content.
She's like, Kyo wa naima.
Kyowa, Minasama.
I saw that and she's like fucking like banging shit in the mic. I was like, hey, that shit's funny. That shit's funny.
There and what's kind of crazy is that like Hololive very much so exemplifies what I really liked about Fauna as an entertainer is you have these people who are extremely talented in their own specific ways, but they all share what is essentially, I believe, the comedic what is it? Like the comedic just innate skill that's in them. They're just entertainers by default.
Character.
Yeah. It's part of their character, and it's like Yago really knows how to pick them.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Korone, Pekora. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I said colon. Anyway, Korone, Pekora, and Subaru are pretty strong picks as well. I mean,
They are.
I think it's more so the case that like I don't have an Oshi, and that's why it's hard to choose. You know, that's about the big thing for me. But you know, I don't really watch a lot of the JP side because, you know, trying to learn Japanese by like association, they speak too fucking fast, man.
They do.
It's kind of impossible. Ow! I'm being hit.
You mentioned Pekora. Are you going to be voting Pekora for the best streamer?
Yeah, absolutely. It was hard to choose because I wanted to vote Queso, but I was like, I love Queso, but Pekora has to win.
It would
Like,
be really
sorry,
funny
she
if
has
she
to.
won.
She should. Are you
Even if
kidding
Pekora
me?
doesn't win, let it not distract you from the fact that Usuda Pekora
Has
has
a fucking
monkey.
And legitimately, like you know Hideo Kojima, right? You know we were talking about Death
Yeah.
Stranding.
Yep.
He has a Pekora thing on his table at all times.
Yeah.
Like I think Pekora is actually his Oshi. Like that is how insane it is. To the point that Kojima came into Pekora's chat when she was doing Metal Gear and said, "Hey, how is it going?" You know, like that's real king shit right there. If you can get Kojima to recognize you.
Kojima's fucking king shit. Kojima's
I love him.
Undeniably a fucking great character.
And it's so nice too, because it's like, you know, even though I don't watch Pekora's stream, she's still a fantastic entertainer. And like her bits and stuff, like the clips that I watch, just I want to be that. Like I want to do stuff like that. And it's like, damn, that's so smart, you know?
Something absolutely sends beef. I know for a fact I will never hear it from you, but the fact of you with a Pekora laugh would fucking
I can't even do it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if you could. I don't
Oh,
think
man, it's
few
so
people
hard.
can do it.
Because it's a nasal laugh.
It's a nasal and the ability to go up and down.
Yeah, it's just like, how do you learn how to laugh? You know what I mean? Like I mean,
just
my
gotta
laugh
do it.
came over time. Like I used to laugh differently than how I laugh now, but like my current laugh just randomly came over time, and I'm really happy with it because it makes other people laugh and it makes me laugh, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, my laugh fluctuates between. I've grown into my mom's laugh. If I have a very guttural laugh, it's like that. If I other
Yeah,
than
I grew
that,
into
it's
my
like a snort,
dad's.
like if you say there was a this made me do a snort laugh or kind of like a laugh. I don't know if that picked up on the mic at all, but
It did.
I was watching recently I've been on a watching streak of there's a dude that does food history. There's a bit of a tangent, but he does food history, and of course if you're talking about food history, hardtack will come up.
Yeah, of course, always.
If you do not know, if you do not know what hardtack is, it's a cracker made of wheat and water and salt if you're lucky. It's very bland, but it keeps very well, and it's very useful for things like sailors or like travelers, things like that.
Yeah, high calorie, low density.
Yep, doesn't go bad. But it's also very, very bland.
Yep.
He has a running joke whenever he mentions hardtack, he pulls up a clip of himself smacking two hardtacks together. Somebody
What
mentioned.
a bit.
Somebody mentioned, I love it when you tell the joke about, or I love it when you have the bit about the hardtack. It never gets stale.
Oh my god. You're going into the dad jokes. That's not good. We're already
I saw that and it made me laugh. It made me snort a little. I was like, that's good.
You know, speaking of bits and stuff, like, is there any favorite bits that you have? Like, besides obviously, like, you know, the fucking monkey and stuff like that, like from Hololive and Holostars. Like, do you have like a favorite one? Because like mine is obviously the one with the karaoke.
The fucking crony sandwich bit is always good.
Yeah, I think in terms of crony, my favorite crony is unironically with her and Vesper with the what was it? The psychiatry stand?
The psychiatry, the fucking Charlie Brown psychiatry stand. The fact when Vesper just like, she's like, "Are you being sexist? Are you telling me to make a sandwich?" And Vesper just like backs up and kind of goes,
like, "Get me out! I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't want to be here."
Oh my god, you kind of sounded like Vesper there. What the hell? That's actually awesome.
The visceral yell it's so good.
Because it's so real. It's not fake at all.
good.
It's like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is not good.
The fact that he put a real blindfold on as well.
Yeah, because if you watch the VOD, he doesn't open his eyes at all. He literally
Yeah,
was
his
like,
tracking starts going wonky and shit.
it's just that's dedication to a bit right there. That's how you do it.
I've been able to stop by a few random streams who is related in no way whatsoever.
Yeah, of course not.
But yeah. God, I fucking love that orb.
I also, you know, there's this new VTuber called Casper Cattaccini, you know, very friendly to Randon. And by the way, you know, he had Vesper had a friend, what was his name? It was Axel, right? You know, anyway.
I believe so, yes.
Anyway, you know, sorry, weird tangent. Sorry, sometimes I'm really bad at speaking. But anyway, Casper Cattaccini and Randon have been a pretty big power couple, and I'm happy to see they're thriving.
I've heard of Randon. I've not actually seen Casper that much.
Have you ever heard of Professor Lando by chance? Not related to Casper Cattaccini in any way whatsoever, by the way. Just want to make that clear.
Wait, are you kidding me?
No, not at all. No.
Really? How did I put two and two together? Okay. How did I put two and two together?
That's all. All I'm saying is that they have no relation whatsoever.
Usually I'm usually on top of this shit. All right. That makes sense, actually.
Although I will say what is rough is that, you know, people who have gone from Holostars to independent VTubers, especially if they're male, have a really hard time retaining an audience. Like when Aqua graduated, she continued her activities as an independent.
And had the most.
And she broke her record, right?
Debut, yeah.
Whereas you don't really see that with the male market, and it's you know. It's kind of hard to talk about these things without sounding like jealous or upset or anything like that. So I want to preface in saying, like, I'm not. I'm just identifying facts and reality. But I've always wondered, you know, like, what is the reasoning for why, like, it's so female dominated, you know? Have you ever thought about that stuff?
I don't know. I mean...
I know, right? I know it's a very loaded question. So if you don't want to take it, that's fine. I'll shoot myself if you want.
No. It's more or less the matter of like, I know this is rich coming from. I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm gonna say this is rich coming from me, a straight white man.
Go on, King.
Camera.
Go on, King.
I do appreciate that VTuber and avatars have given, because that was the big like concern with Twitch originally with women on Twitch is, pardon my French, but a lot of women on Twitch were basically seen as like sell your body.
Yeah.
Which isn't great for perpetuating that, but VTubers kind of got around that because it wasn't okay, they have an attractive model, but like again,
that's not them, you know.
That's not them, and it's also it gives them a platform to speak on, and it gives them a platform to like
an even playing ground without any prejudices. Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I think VTubers are very interesting as a matter of like something that it's very female dominated, but it's purely like, I don't know. It's a matter of being able to women to express themselves without any worries about how people think they look.
Yeah, because I mean, that's one of the main reasons why like I went into VTubing to begin with. Like I don't care. Like I feel like I'm a solid, like, I don't know, 4 or 5, I guess you could say. Like I don't want to like make it sound like I'm like, you know, James Bond or anything, but you know, it's really
like
Honestly, that's probably one of the best compliments I've ever gotten in my entire life. I'm going to be completely honest with you. But, you know, like, when you consider the fact that, for me, one of the most important things is anonymity. Because the hardest part about being yourself is that you have to be known. But what if you're able to be like I am with, like, my friends IRL, right? That I've known for, like, literally decades. You know, they know who I am, but I also have, like, 10 plus years with them, right? And that allows me to be myself because I'm not, you know, IRL name, I'm Raz, which is, you know, a truer identity to who I am. Well, with streaming, I actually was very adamant that I would never stream face cam because I never wanted, because like, what if I said something based and someone wanted to use that against me, you know? And I'm very risk averse. I don't like bringing attention to myself. I like being very, I'm not PC, but like, I'm very much so, I don't like BS, you know? Life is hard. I don't want to make it harder. And because of that, VTubing kind of saved me in a sense, because if VTubing didn't exist, then what would happen is, well, I probably wouldn't stream, or I'd be a no-face streamer, you know? And it's like, you can't really do that. No one really watches those anymore. And it sucks, but it's real. Come to think of it, do your friends know you stream? Yes.
Yeah, my friends know I stream.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of ruined my plans, actually. And I still haven't come up with a video for it. But basically, my plan was to... Well, primarily, I kept it a secret from everyone at first because I wanted to see if I actually liked it or not. But, the bastards, they fucked up my entire plan. I was able to stream for 6 months without getting noticed because my plan was to figure out, do I want to stream? Do I enjoy this? Is this something I want to do? And then I was going to kind of break the news to them and be like, hey... in the time that I've been gone, like, hey, this is what I've been doing. And kind of drop it on them and, like, scare the shit out of them and have that be a video idea. Unfortunately, I was an idiot and I didn't have streamer mode on and they noticed. And then that was a very worrisome conversation because I realized, like, oh, God. Now, the thing is that they, like, it didn't come to a surprise. They weren't like, oh, my God, you became a VTuber? Wow, that's so, like, out of left field. And it's like, no, it's not. Not at all. But, you know, they're very chill about it. I mean, I didn't expect them to care about it, and they didn't. But at the same time, you know, it's like... I'd like... I don't want to say that I wasn't embarrassed about being a VTuber, because I was at the time. Because I was like... I didn't really, like, find my stride. Like, I wasn't very comfortable in my own skin, because it's new, right? Like, you don't really figure out what's solid or what's not until it solidifies, and that's what I was waiting for. But now I don't care. You know, it's perfectly fine. They know. They don't have any opinions of it, but, you know, if anything, like, they've kind of seen and they've had more experiences because of it. Like, they've been exposed to more stuff and they found more things they like. Maybe not particularly VTubing, but definitely, like, it's been a positive force, not a negative force.
Yeah.
Do you know if they ever watch you? Yes. I actually think they're watching right now. But I haven't said anything about
everybody.
I haven't said anything about it because, like, I don't, like, it's one of those things where it's, like, it's not a problem, and the thing as well is, like, I don't really know what to do with it. Because, like, you know, how do I put this? Damn, this is hard.
Take your time.
Oh, I know. It's just, I want to make sure I say it clearly. Like, so when... Like, the reason I haven't said anything about, like, my friends watching me is because, like, one, I don't think it's really relevant. I don't think it changes anything. But also, like, I don't want to draw attention to them because I don't want to establish, like, a privilege or anything like that. Like, oh, they personally know Raz, IRL, you know, or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I want them to have the same anonymity that, you know, every other viewer has and every other thing like that. So, like, you may be saying, oh, Raz, you're kind of like, oh, you're protecting them. And it's like, yes, but also I want them to be able to interact as they are. But also, like, part of me feels like, oh, this is kind of, you know, being malicious in a sense. Like, oh, I'm hiding this from you guys. When in reality, like I was like, if anyone asks me, like, I'll answer, which is why I'm answering now. But, you know, it's like, I want them to be able to be a viewer. I don't want them to be considered like, oh, I'm Raz's IRL friend, you know. So that's basically why I do it. Like, if someone was like, hey, is this your IRL friend? Like, I'd be like, yeah, you know. But the thing is that, like, the reason why I haven't said anything is, again, just to make sure that they're able to be viewers and nothing else. Because, like, I feel like, because I'm very big on, you know, content of your character and merit of your actions on the basis of judging me and knowing who I am. And that's how I got those friends. That's how I you know, I've known them for 10 plus years, because I didn't meet any of them offline. I met them all online, and then I met them in person years later, multiple times. And that's a very important thing to me, because the only reason we became best friends is because they didn't think of me as Raz I almost said my profession. Fuck. Whoa. Raz,
let me know if you want to. Let me know if you want to take a break from this
it's just
stuff,
I'm
if you're ever
stupid.
gonna-
But you know, I mean, this is great content, so I would be remiss if I stopped. But you know, like they knew me because I'm Raz, right? They didn't know me because of anything else. So because of that, I also want everyone else to have the same experience, so that, you know, they're not thinking about me in a certain light. Because despite the fact that I would love nothing more than talk about my profession and stuff, it would polarize. And it would definitely, like, it would change a lot of stuff, and I don't like that. And the thing is that there's no gain for me and no gain for everyone else, so why bother? And I mean, people have already kind of guessed it, you know, like, no one said it outright, but, you know, people can kind of figure out what I do. So, yeah.
Yeah. You essentially, you don't want it to be the forefront of, like, you're streaming to stream, you're not streaming to discuss your personal life.
I mean, I'm fine with discussing my personal life. It's just more so the only reason why I don't talk about the intricacies of it is because I'm fine with everyone here knowing. Everyone here right now, you're cool. But it's the people that are malicious and angry and just want to cause pain. Like, if I were to open up about, like, my deepest, darkest insecurity that really, really just gets to me, why would I talk about that online? Because then the only thing that people don't like me, that's what they're going to do. Like, let's say, you know, my biggest insecurity, which it isn't, is my intelligence, for example. They're just going to call me stupid. Yeah. Because they know even if it's unsuccessful, I'm going to ruminate and think about it. You know? So I'm playing this double game, and that's what every streamer has to do. And you know that firsthand, so. But I'm perfectly fine with people knowing about me. Like, I've let slip a lot of stuff on stream by accident. One of them definitely during my drunk stream, but, you know, like, I don't mind that because you get to know who I am, and I'm fine with that. It's just, I want you to know me, not the things that I'm around or surrounded by. Like, you know, the adage, like, when people ask, what do? You typically answer, like, what your profession is. I don't want that to be the answer. I want my answer to be, I'm Raz and I do this because I have fun and all that. And I just happen to be that, you know.
We get to know all the personal intricacies, just like when you have problems with your water and toilet.
Not gonna lie, that was an awful day. That was an awful day.
I was like, oh no.
That was an awful day. And for those of you who don't know, it's great, but basically I had tummy issues and my toilet broke at the same time, and I had to fix it while I was having tummy issues. And it was, man, that's some PTSD you just conjured up, man.
That story, the way you told the story was glorious. It was a wonderful storyteller.
I'm glad because, man, it was painful. And you know what, Marie also brought this up too. Like, you know, I kept knowing, like, she has friends that she knows IRL that she kept secret until, like, she made them mod. Because, like, there's a dynamic that can be built there. And, like, the way Marie navigated it was very brilliant, where, like, you know, yes, Freya is someone she knows IRL, but that's where the buck stops. There's nothing more. Like, there's no privileges that are given out. There's no X, Y, and Z that are given out. Like, okay, maybe she's mod, but, like, okay, she has to work now. It's like, you know, she's kind of losing instead of gaining by this, you know, position.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I'm being real, the reason why, like, I don't talk about my IRL friends or anything like that is because I don't want people to believe there's a dynamic. That, like, I want it to just be me, Raz, and the viewer. That's what I want. I don't want Raz, my IRL friends who happen to be viewers, and then also the viewers. I don't want that separation. I want everyone to be in the same boat. And I'm doing well. I think I'm doing well protecting that, but we'll see. I'll fuck up one day.
You're doing a much better job than I am. Although, to be fair, I think I have a bit of a different dynamic with my viewers.
Well, every single channel has that, right? And some are okay, some aren't. And it's up to you to decide whether it is.
Yeah. My goal is basically, this might be getting parasocial, but essentially I treat my chatters like I do my friends, so that way I don't have to make that distinction.
Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. Like, I mean, obviously, like, when you have, like, actual friends that you know IRL that you've known for decades are going to be different from, like, people you know in stream. But the thing is that the way you treat them should be equal, which I think is what you're trying to say, right? You, like, you know, the same way you would treat...
For the most part, I mean, if you want to consider the obligation having a channel point redeemed to get them banned.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's pretty good. Which, to be fair, timeout X viewer is the generic one.
Yeah, I mean,
that.
I think though, like, you know, I'm very surprised with where I am now with my branding, because I thought that my end goal would be crazy psychotic, very unhinged, very like outspoken and so on and so forth. But here I am now, and it's like, you know, if I kind of battened up the hatches, I could argue that I'd be say so, you know? And that's a very weird thing, you know? Because it's yeah, go ahead.
My one of my viewers, Schrodinger's Bear, said Lamau before redeeming the redeem that times himself out.
I just saw that. That's beautiful. That's so good. I love that. See, that's what's nice. Like, and every single stream is different. Like, there may be certain things that are like similar in terms of like the trends and stuff, but like every stream has its own flavor and flair. And that's a beautiful thing.
It is.
I'm always worried though, like, you know, I don't think I'll ever do this, but like, because I'm a very big proponent of slow changes over time rather than big changes with no things. But like, I never want to get to a point where I hate my branding or I hate how I'm perceived on stream, because I try my best to just be myself. Like at all times I be myself, like incessantly, even if I don't want to, because I know that there may be a day that I build myself in a certain direction and then I go, I don't want to do this. But like, let's say that's when we hit it big, right? We hit the big bucks. Like, that would kill me, because then it would just destroy the entire purpose of streaming, which is to be myself, you know?
Yep.
But I feel like as long as I keep doing that, I'm doing fine. And that's what I've been doing. And it seems to be working fine. I'm not sure.
I'd say it's working fine.
Thank God.
It's, yeah. I always think of whenever you say, I know when the like, oh, slow gradual growth or like viral growth. And it's like, I always think of Shiloh Lee. I know she's like, yeah, no, it kind of, as cool as it is to be like a hit overnight, it's like, it's
very difficult to keep it. Like, I think what, like, all the creators that I've watched that I really enjoy were slow burn until they hit their like high, and then they just stay there. And I feel like, you know, it's an interesting counterfactual, or sorry, hypothetical, where you can ask like, okay, what if right now Kai Cenat pops into my channel and raids me with 80,000 viewers, right? Like, and that's my make it or break it moment. Am I at the point where I would be able to sustain a stream of 1,000 people plus? I think right now is no. I'm still working my way up there, right?
I don't know how. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I could be 1,000 viewer Andy.
I mean, I don't really like the numbers don't matter to me anymore. Like, it's really nice actually. Like, view count doesn't matter to me anymore, anything like that, which is really nice. But the thing is that like, there's a reason why streamers have 1,000 people watching them. There's a reason why people have 4,000 and people are watching them. And then it's also, how do you keep those 4,000 people, right? Because every single stream you have an opportunity to earn or lose a viewer, you know. And it's like the greats, the ones that are always there, the ones that always have those viewer counts, is they are by themselves innately wonderful and terrific entertainers, and that's why they have it. It isn't luck. It's all, you know, talent, skill, preparation, and everything in between. So it's like, it's such a weird like question to ask. Like, oh, right now, what if right now I went from having whatever my CCV is now, because I don't check it, to, you know, 2,000 plus. I mean, it doesn't help you. All it does is make you feel worse, because you start comparing yourself, and it's like, you know. But I used to look at it, but I don't care about it anymore, thank God. But you know, you got to work your way up.
For me, I was follower centric until I hit that 50, because that was my goal was I wanted to hit affiliate, and then we'll just see from there. Now I just want to make my stream as good as possible. I want to make it as enjoyable and as interactive, as fun as possible for people who stop by.
Yeah, that's what my goal, like my thing was too. I was like, I want to be as interesting, as entertaining as possible and get 50 ASAP. But like after that, I'm just focused on trying to make good streams and have fun. But, you know, like one of the things I did recently was, actually today, is I no longer have notifications for follows. So now all follows on the channel are anonymous. And I want to test it out, because I feel like the primary demographic of people that are watching my channel, like, there's a lot of lurkers, surprisingly. And I did not know that. But I got tuned into that. I'm like, well, hold on. If I'm a lurker, I don't want my name to show up on the screen when I follow you, right? So instead, what I did is that if someone is lurking right now, they can follow the channel and it won't show up. So they can still follow the channel, they can still have all that without having to be like, oh, thank you for the. It's like I just wanted to follow the channel. Fuck off. I want to fuck up, because I know what that's like. Because like I didn't follow Pay Money Wubby on Twitch until like 2024 this year, and I've been following him since like 2017. Because I didn't want my name to show up on the stream. But then he like got rid of it, and it's like, oh, and then I follow, and I was like, I had that aha moment. I'm like, oh shit, like. So I have a thing in my tags now, anonymous follow. So if someone follows the channel, like I'll know because it'll show up in the activity feed, but like I won't say anything about it,
That's an interesting like train of thought on that.
Yeah, because my thought process is if someone follows during the stream, at the end of the stream, I'll simply say like, good night, thank you for the follows, and that's it. So even that's a little bit too much. Oh, what's up, Ahmed? How's it going? But yeah, that's like my strategy. I'm gonna see how it works, but we'll see.
That's an interesting, yeah.
Because like if you want to be interactive with this chat, you'll type, right?
Mm-hmm. Being a chatter is actually kind of hard.
Yeah.
I know that sounds a little silly.
Oh no, not at all.
But
No.
that's something I've been learning recently is like depending on the stream and things like that, certain streamers make it easy to like jump into chat, certain streamers don't. Certain like content makes it easy.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like whenever you're chatting in chat, that's redundant. But whenever you're chatting, you have to consider as well like what is actually a valuable time to type something? Like that's the big question everyone has. It's like, is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Is it worth my time? And a lot of it has to do with whether or not they feel comfortable. So like for people we don't know and probably won't ever talk to or know of, we have to make them comfortable to like do that. And it's like, that's a tall order,
Yeah. I
So you
mean,
just try your
I'm
best.
not. Hell, if you put me into a room in real life and like, hey, talk to the people, I'd be like, I can barely
Yeah.
talk to my own classmates.
I mean, I could do it. I would just have to like go into business mode. Just like, I need to do this now. It's not like something. Oh my God. What is happening in your chat? Oh,
It would
Stevio's
appear-
rating you.
Yes, I appear to be getting raid. Hater, I caught a fucking whale. Sincerely, the #1 hot dish hater, Ash Baby.
You
didn't
can make a
catch
hot dish out
fucking-
of the whale.
You didn't catch a fucking whale. You didn't catch the fucking whale. I know you didn't catch the whale. I know you didn't catch the whale. You liar. You spouter of falsehoods. There's no way. There's no way he caught a whale.
He did?
Hood.
It's clipped.
Hood, are you in here? Hood, are you in here? Did he catch a whale? Oh fuck, he caught a
It's
whale.
clipped, you son of a bitch. It's
Oh,
Hi,
fuck.
Stevio.
son of a bitch.
He caught a whale. Janae said he caught a whale. He caught a whale.
Stevio, who's your Oshi and Hololive or Hollow Stars?
Fuck.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm getting a VTuber question. Oh fuck, out of nowhere.
Fuck, he caught a whale! God damn it, I can't make Moby Dick jokes anymore.
That's right, baby. I caught that whale.
God damn it. I gotta find a new joke. I gotta
my
find
God,
a new
he
joke
did.
for Stevio.
I
He
fucking
caught a
told
fucking
you.
whale, god damn it.
That's actually insane. He actually got the whale.
It took me 10 hours and 2 streams, but I got it.
That's insane.
I've seen bigger.
Man, fuck our conversation. What? You
Dave,
can catch a whale?
silence me! No!
Downgraded to regular dick jokes. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. I got one for
What
this
the
too.
hell is that on your...
Raider,
Is that-
wait a second! Bear? Did you
Silent
you
streamer.
banned yourself? Oh wait, no, you banned
I
him.
caught 2
I
right
did,
in
I
front
did.
of him.
Wait, Hood caught 2 in front of you, apparently? Two whales?
He caught 2 in front of me. Yes.
Hee hee ha
The
ha.
fucker.
Ha ha.
Uh,
Point and laugh. Stevio couldn't catch a whale.
listen. I was just coming in to apologize about my rude introduction earlier, but you know what? Get fucking weezered.
God damn it!
The laughing on the kazoo is just amazing. You know what? That's whenever I think of you laughing now, that's gonna be the thing in my head. In the kazoo. That's gonna be my soundbite.
I wheezered after I caught the whale too. I gotta get rid of the kazoo. I can't stop.
This is your new bit, and you're driving it into the ground.
I'm taking out back and shooting with a shotgun. Think about the kazoos.
I'm kind of scared. Because it's a $1 kazoo from the dollar store, and I'm not sure what kind of lead I've ingested.
Oh, there's probably not
probably
lead
enough.
in it. Now, PFAS, not fluorocarbons, fluorinated polymers.
Fluoride makes your teeth white and kills you.
No, it's only in excessive amounts.
In excessive amount. Clarification.
Don't worry. The tooth, the fluoride good. Probably.
Fluoride do be good on tooth.
You have my word as a C- organic chemist.
Let's go OChem majors. Well, you can't major in OChem, but you can chem major. Oh, I hated OChem.
OChem fucking sucks.
I took what is it called when you take a class but you don't do it for credit?
Oh, I don't even.
I did that with a friend of mine because I didn't have I only had a few classes, so I was like, fuck it, I'll watch this one. And the OChem homeworks, I hated it. I stopped after a month. I dropped it. I was like, I'm not even showing up anymore.
There's way too much content for what they do.
Yeah, it's just way too much math that my brain can't wrap around. I'm just like, I'm dying inside. Like, oh no, an audit. That's right. Okay, thank you, Marie.
When she came on my history.
So, Stevio, you've had enough time to Google who's your Oshi. You need to tell us.
The clown.
Listen, buddy, I'm not in the hot seat tonight. You're the guest.
You joined the call.
You're on the couch
joined
as
the
well.
call.
You came on the couch as well.
You decided to come in here and talk some shit, so we're gonna ask you some questions, okay? What do you think of Sarah Sfana from HoloLive EN?
I know that's your particular Oshi. That's your brand, your flavor. I know that.
Should we just do like the HoloLive thing and see which one he picks? Like the image of all the HoloLive members and HoloStar members.
Like, she's got the biggest boobs. I like her.
Oh my god, it's Noelle.
I mean, let me flip it around on you. Who's your favorite HoloLive?
Mine?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going EN, probably Fauna. If we're going JP, probably Omaru Polka.
Maybe.
That's right. I'm a fucking degen weeb.
I only see Gura. That's like the only HoloLive I see.
No one does because she doesn't stream.
Gura at the Dodgers game? Question mark.
She won the series for him undisputedly.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's how it goes. And also, what is the chart thing that you're talking about for the Oshi? Is there like an actual?
Well, it's not a chart. It's like an image of all the HoloLive members.
Okay, image of all HoloLive members.
Yeah, I watch more V Shoujo than I do HoloLive.
All right, who's your V Shoujo Oshi?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, obviously Mouse is up there, right?
Project Melody, right?
You're gonna hold this over my head, aren't you?
No,
not even my. Actually, who do I watch from?
Oh, so you're a Miko P. Okay. Stage 7 Acousticism. I'm glad you sound good.
You don't watch Mouse?
Well, I do. I don't actually watch Mouse's. I want to say I watch Fruit. I watch a lot of Fruit.
Unironically, don't really watch a lot of V Shoujo. Their content and their humor doesn't really like sell it to me.
That's fair. If you're a fan of the JP stuff in HoloLive, that would make sense that you don't like as much of the HoloLive stuff or the V Shoujo stuff.
I mean, I do like K9 Kuro, but like, I feel like after his previous state of employment, he's changed a lot, and he's kind of wrangling with like going from that life to now, and I can't blame him. But I mean, I still think it's hilarious. But I haven't really watched his stream.
Matara's great. Michi's great.
Pekara's decent. Her voice does get graining sometimes. Yeah, it's how it goes.
What? No.
Giga is V Shoujo
now. Fucking what? Giga! God damn it! I forgot about Giga.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm geeking out of my gourd right now. I fucking love Giga.
I didn't know she was in Visojo now.
Yeah,
let
wait,
me
hold
see.
on. Are you a geekster? Are you a Giga watcher?
I do watch Giga, yeah. I like
What
her.
member of the cum are you?
Oh. I heard cum. That's
Which
all I
faction of
heard.
cum? Which faction of cum are you?
I'm not that deep in the lore, brother. I'm sorry. I just watched
Fuck, you're not. You
watched
haven't
her
joined a
clips.
faction?
Thank you,
her.
man.
No, I don't take sides. Not in wars
Outside
like
of
that.
stuff.
Okay,
So Giga run. Actually, go ahead, Rez. Go ahead.
who's
Rez.
the cutest? I have to give Henya as the cutest. I don't know. I can't choose them in terms of objectively, so I'm changing the question. I think the cutest is Henya. And any Zentreya stands here?
Zen's funny as fuck. Zen's funny as fuck.
I don't watch Zen.
I'm a physical humor buff, so I actually like Zen. I don't watch a ton of her streams, but her clips fucking send me. There was one of her pumping up there's one of her where she got a ball and she had to pump it up. But the hand pump wasn't appearing on stream.
Ah. So it looked like
And,
something else, huh?
Yeah, and then she fucking moved the camera so that it was just her head, but
Oh no.
it didn't get much better.
I thought
Ibuki is
Filion
cute.
might be associated with someone, but no, I guess not.
No, Fillion's an indie still, unless you're counting Mythic Talent Agency, but Mythic's Mythic.
Oh, a Jigglypuff just showed up in my chat. Let's go. Focus shop,
Mm.
Pokeball. So how was your
Do
stream,
you ha-
Stevio? We forgot to ask.
Yeah, how was your
Uh,
Because
stream?
we
Well-
don't care about you. No, I'm kidding.
I know
Yeah.
you didn't invite me to be on the couch. It hurts so bad.
We can. Do you want to
I
be
have
on
the
the
camera.
couch?
I have the camera. You and Fu can go.
I can
Never mind.
invite you onto the couch if you want to be on here. I wouldn't be opposed to doing. Having
I have
more
the
use.
camera. It'll be good content.
I'll join the couch sometime.
All right. Apparently, Jimmy, the Foo Night show with Jimmy Tacular is not over after today. Apparently,
You know
I
what's
wasn't-
crazy?
I
missed
wasn't
it, by the way.
canceled.
That went all over their heads.
You know what's
No one
crazy?
caught that.
I was just thinking today about how I wanted to do an interview segment with friends, and I thought it'd be cool.
Fu
Fuck
beat
you!
to
This
it.
is my bit.
Yeah,
This
Yep,
is my
Foo
bit.
beat
You
you
can't
to
have
it.
it.
You beat
You
me
can't
fucking
have
to
it.
it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Arrgh.
you know what my bit is? You know what my bit is?
Piss me the fuck off. Yeah, fucking.
It comes through so clearly. By the way, your mic sounds much better now. It was a good
Oh
purchase.
yeah, I saw that yesterday. You got a new mic, huh?
I did not get it. Where is this coming from? I got.
Did you not? Wait, what the fuck were you doing in the Discord at like 2 a.m. then?
Was I in the Discord at 2 a.m.?
Wait, are
Maybe
you
not?
using?
Maybe it was midnight. I have hard time telling time.
Maybe I am stupid. But are you
I'm
using
using-
your headset mic or your?
No, I'm using my beacon.
Oh.
What
I
the
don't
fuck
know why I
was
thought
all
it sounded better. Maybe I'm tripping. I am tripping actually.
What the fuck was the bullshit yesterday then? What was all that shit?
I don't know what you're talking about.
One gives up to
Uh,
Raz and I'll crash their call.
Uh,
You know, we're at the point of the night where like we're delirious. Oh my dude, we've been going for almost 3 hours.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
brother.
I was like, oh, it's probably only been like an hour or two, and I was like,
What the
it's
hell?
9:43. What the hell?
What the fuck are you guys zooming in on my? Oh, you're zooming in on not my robo ass. You're zooming in on my stick arms. Where the
What does
fuck
that mean?
was it?
Robo ass.
Somebody posted a thing of me in VR, and for whatever reason, when I play Synth Riders in VR, the model I use has a spectacularly chiseled ass.
As
I
it
don't know where
does.
I was going with this.
You know what? I'm gonna test out something while I'm here.
Yeah.
I found this out the other day, but I was like, so this model doesn't actually work with VBridger natively, but I figured
Oh,
out today how I could like get it to work.
Oh.
Okay, let me see. So I want to test it out since we're kind of in that phase where we're just kind of messing around.
Hold on.
Oh,
let
there
me
we go. Now we're going off of VBridger tracking. It's a little bit, it hasn't been calibrated, so it's very like weird, but it's so weird seeing like my eyebrow. Well, I'm like jittering and stuff.
Oh, it is a little jittery.
There you go.
Oh my! Holy crap!
Ah. Now, unfortunately, I can't wink.
You move in hyper.
And I
fast.
can't-
I feel like I'm watching you on
be.
2x speed.
My iPhone 11 Pro.
What?
What is
oh.
he using as tracker?
As my tracker,
Oh.
sorry. What app on it? VTube Studio and then VBridger. I have the VBridger running into VTube Studio. It is very like janky.
Your mouth
And-
is moving so quickly.
Yeah, because it's using the AR kit for VBridger. So
Speaking real fast. That's all it is.
I mean, I can talk really fast and then you can see that it goes pretty fastly, but otherwise it doesn't really do very much. But otherwise, like if I'm talking in my normal, actually, yeah, you're right. It is a little weird. Raz doing the rap god, indeed. I use iFacial mocap to connect to VBridger to connect to YouTube Studio. That's what Kama had me do. The reason why I thought of this and did this is because I remember you telling me explicitly that you could do it, but I don't know how to do iFacial mocap. So
I can't purchase. I still haven't purchased Cubism Premium, and there's no way I can purchase VBridger. There's
I
also
can make
no.
some new faces. I look like I'm an idiot.
I've intruded on something very intimate. I feel like I apologize.
No. Hold on. No, you don't get to leave.
Oh fuck! I'm being held hostage now.
You still have yet to tell us your Oshi.
I said I only really watch Gura from Hollow Live.
Just in VTubers in general, you only watch Gura?
Yeah. I don't watch a lot of
Ow,
Quartz.
my neck. Fuck.
Damn. Are you? Don't break. I need you for some more time. You can't break your neck.
Hold on. I was puppeting a little bit too hard and I cracked my like teeth or cervical 3. It's fine. It's just a little.
Is it gonna be one of those kind of streams, Dinnerbone?
Okay. I popped my neck. We're fine.
Dinnerbone got weed.
He's playing web fishing right now.
What a life to play.
If I had boobs, this would be great. Because it would be breastily.
That's
You'd be
crazy.
You'd be breastling boobily.
Nothing's stopping you from putting boobs on your new model, man.
I am. If I ever get enough money to waste, I will get a gender bend version of Raz.
I plan on doing that as well.
And I will make sure that it is the most beautiful model in the world. Well, according to me. It'll just look like Fauna. Jake.
Now, Raz, I'm not gonna lie. I
What's
have a
up?
bit of a confession. We need thick stubby. Stop talking. Co-host, stop talking. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so Raz, a little bit of something that some people know about me. A lot of my, how do I say this? A lot of VTubers I vibe with have white hair. A lot of VTubers I follow have white hair. Funnily enough. And my Oshi Juniper also has white hair, generally.
What do you mean generally?
What do you mean
by
she-
that?
So, okay. How do I state this? So Juniper Actius, Ego Cider, she is an artist and a rigger, and she has a personality where basically she goes through model after model. I think she's on like she started in 21. She's on like V9, V10. She's had probably close to 12 models.
That's crazy.
All self-rigged, all self-artists.
Amazing.
She drew them herself, she rigged them herself. She had one that she calls the Death's Head variant. She's a moth VTuber. There's a moth called a Death Head moth, in which it's known for having a like black and orange/amber coloration, and it's most notably has a skull pattern on its wings. It looks like a human skull. And she did that, and her whole thing was like a tactical gear variation on her model. That was orange and black, in which her hair was black, not white. Normally she's a Luna moth coloration, which is green and like a light lime green and white. So normally she's white and light green with that coloration, usually white hair. For that time when she became the Phantom Moth, she was orange and black.
Well,
With some
I
white
have
in there,
white
but it was-
hair, black clothing, gold accents. So clearly, I'm just the cool guy. It is kind of nice though, because like one of the biggest worries I had when I chose my beat was whether or not I fit it.
Yeah.
Was whether or not I fit in. Sorry, nothing happened. I was just being pelted by raspberries. And honestly, like I feel like for my personality, I feel like my character fits a little bit.
That's funny because like VTubers matching personalities is something that's very interesting to me because I don't feel like I don't feel like mine matches my personality very well until I go to Dumb Guy, and then Dumb Guy's like, yeah, it's just me.
Yeah.
Just get a chibi model and call it a day. Pull the chibi doki route.
No, because there's the new model is gonna be. I got it all worked out in my head up in the noggin. It's gonna be more fitting for me.
All in the oily brain carcass.
Yeah, it's up in the wrinkles currently.
Yeah, we gotta put Hood to sleep because he's going to sleep. He wanted to let us know that he's going to sleep. So Stevie, you gotta tuck him in later. Wait, you're going to sleep at like 10 p.m.? What the hell is wrong with? Well, actually, I can't say that. I before streaming, I would go to sleep at like I would get home from work and I would go to sleep at like 8 p.m.
Oh no.
Real shit.
Yeah, I was tired. I didn't have anything to do.
EP having shit.
On that note, I do need to grab a little bit of dinner and tuck my boy in. So, I'm gonna dip out.
Rough day, gotcha.
Kazoo fiend.
I hate to raid, run, and also crash your little party here.
Hey, it was fun.
It's always fun to have you here.
Although you can't steal his idea now.
I know.
Actually, you should and see like who does it better, so that you guys get competitive, and then like we get like Jimmy Fallon like level of like incredible.
Who gets the Jimmy Fallon name?
And then I'll steal all the stuff that you guys did and see if I can work it into my stuff.
What the heck?
Hey, that's how, all knowledge is like thieving from other people. That's all knowledge is. You just experience and wisdom is just stealing ideas from other people.
Dinnerboard, I'm going co-host Dinnerboard. I'm gonna strangle you.
Have a good rest of stream, boys. Sorry
good night.
I crashed. Good night.
Have a wonderful night, Stevie.
Good nighty night, Stevie.
You're welcome for the raid. Sorry for the crash. You're welcome for the kazoo playing.
I'll make sure to take care of your community here.
Thank you.
God, he has such a way with his mouth.
He has such a way with the kazoo.
Yep. Anyway, where were we?
That fucking blue screened me.
Yeah, the kazoo is such a good idea.
Speaking of Stebio, I gotta say, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, or if you even know, Stebio would probably know. I believe I met Stebio through you.
Yes.
Yes?
I think.
I forget how exactly.
I don't remember either. There's so many people that I intimately want to know exactly how I met them, but I don't remember.
However, I do remember meeting you. Do you remember meeting me?
Did I raid you? Was that how this started?
In what game?
It wasn't Space Engineers. It was the damn, like, 3D
Close.
Factorio, wasn't it?
No. You're very close. It wasn't the 3D Factorio.
Damn, hold on. This is pissing me off because I know the answer. And I should know.
It wasn't 3D Factorio. It was...
Not Dark Souls.
No, it wasn't Dark Souls.
No, I'm not going to get it. I'll be here forever.
You rated me when I was doing a Chill Factorio stream.
That's right. That's right. You were doing Factorio. Yeah, you were doing... And you... I remember the map. I remember what you were doing.
I believe I was talking about Tyler the Creator when you rated me.
Yes, and I think you were playing Tyler music too.
I was playing Igor, yeah.
Yeah, Igor, that's right. Yeah. And you were complaining about like you were in the desert area and you were like angry at your belts not lining up, and I'm like, yeah, that's how it goes. And I think I had just launched my rocket too. So I was like, I am so happy I'm not here anymore. That's insane. That was when I was on my Factorio grind, because I just played Factorio for like a month. I was just like, I was just a fiend. I was like, I need to finish this game. It took me 60 hours, but I did it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm finally done with it. And I gotta say, I know there's, how do I say this without saying, I haven't formally been able to take this as you will. I haven't been able to formally thank you.
For what?
I will say eventually I will have gotten. I know I have. The right thing is to contribute all the growth of my stuff to myself. However, I will say I probably would not be where I am right now. I mean, I definitely wouldn't be where I am right now because I wouldn't have known you if you hadn't have raided me. And
You
I
think
gotta
it was like
say,
the butterfly?
it might have been a butterfly effect. It might have been a matter of you just kind of gave me a little bit of kick in the pants. Ooh, sorry about that. I elbowed my mic.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of kick in the pants or whatever it is with viewership. With that raid.
Like
And I've
motivation?
met a little bit of motivation, a little bit of boost in followers and things like that. And also you've introduced me to a lot of people. And I just gotta say, I know I could have done this off air, but I'm not doing this for clout or anything. But I do generally want to thank you because that was a very how do I say this? You didn't have to raid me, and that was, I'm assuming, was purely chance that you raided me.
So I can actually tell you what went through my head because I remember.
Yeah.
I'm very bad with memories, but I do have some times where I have my memory good. And the reason I clicked on your stream was because I loved the little guy. Of all the people in the category, there was a bunch of VTubers and there was a bunch of people going. And I thought it was so fucking funny that among the sea of like Vroid models and really high quality models and stuff, I saw just Foo. And I was like, I don't care. I'm raiding this person. And I clicked in, and I think you were playing music, and I think it was Igor. And I was like, all right, I got to raid you. And then there. So first and foremost, did not expect to be thanked for anything, because legitimately all the stuff that you've done thus far from where you started way back in high school to where you are now, that's all you. If I gave you a bump in viewership or whatever the case is, cool. But ultimately, the reason why you did anything with it is because of you, right? I could have given you $1 million, but if you don't deposit it, it's worth nothing, right? You can't buy anything with it.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate that. I really, like I said, very unexpected. But at the same time, I know you know it too, Whatever I did, awesome. I'll keep doing it. But all the stuff that you've done for yourself, I couldn't have done that. You did. And now you're killing it.
Yeah. I do recognize that. It's mostly a thank for without having met you, without having you rated into me, I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met people in your community. I wouldn't have met anyone that I met through you. And I want to thank you for that because that's opened up a lot of windows for me. And I already enjoyed streaming, and it just it gave a new light into streaming that I didn't know before, and it just kind of made it even better.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to thank you for that.
That's the craziest thing in the world, because that's exactly like how I feel about rating too. Because a lot of the people that are in this chat, or a lot of the people that I've met through as streamers and so on, has merely been because a lot of the time it's been because they've rated me or I've rated them. And legitimately, it's kind of terrifying because you think about, like, for example, like my best friend that I've known for my first best friend that I've known for like literally 15 plus years. I met him because I sent him a random friend request on Xbox, right? So it's like that butterfly effect. Like, I know him IRL, I know, his family, all this stuff, right? And it's like that would not have happened but for that stupid little, friend request. So, hearing that again, it's like, it's really nice because whenever I do rates or anything like that, my goal and intention is like, hey, if we vibe, we'll do stuff. If we don't vibe, that's cool. If we can be friends, cool. If we can be whatever the case, that's cool. Because, like I said, my goal with streaming is just have fun, be myself, and see what happens. And I'm glad you're doing the same thing. You're like, what can I do with this? What can I do there? And, I have seen you also grow as well. Like, I don't know if, I don't think it was singularly because of my raid, but I think it was, I think you found your stride. You found what you enjoyed. You started becoming more adventurous. You started looking at the things that you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy, and you started parsing that data. And then, you moved around from topic to things that you were good at, things that you were trying out new that you weren't good at, but you wanted to just see anyway, just like everyone does. And seeing that has actually been really satisfying because I remember, when I was lurking in your chat and I was talking to you in your chat, you were very like on the fence about like what streaming was to you, and like you were very nonchalant about it, which isn't a bad thing, right? It's just like before you commit to something, you have to weigh all your options and really think about it. But I feel like, I think it's pretty confident to say that you're committed to being a streamer in whatever capacity that you want to decide that to be. You're not insane like I am and stream 5 days a week. But then again, the reason I stream, 5 days a week is because this is the one thing I have to look forward to at the end of the day. But yeah, that dedication, comes from the heart and the soul. So I'm glad that whatever size of the piece of the pie I am, I'm glad I'm a part of it, because you're going to do some great shit. Just like today, like I think this is my first like proper just get on stream and talk to someone collab. So legitimately you've made history in the channel. Now I've had impromptu stuff like that, but like actually planned. Like we're going to do this as a plan. Right? Now I'm glad we did this as opposed to like doing a game, because I feel like this was much more like, I want to say profitable, but I think more so the word I'm trying to go for here is just like more revealing of like, okay, like who are you? Who am I? What's going on here? And more enjoyable because of it. Because if we had to focus on a game, we couldn't talk as much,
Yeah. Even if we did something like, last stream I did was Power Washing Simulator, and even that for me was like, if I want to talk about things, I want to do a just chatting stream. I don't want to do a game and just chatting, because it's like, with how my brain works, you can't put a game in front of me, and I have to play it.
It's hard
with it.
It's an art. I mean, there are some games that are much easier to talk in, but the vast majority of them, it's really hard to balance. I mean, I struggle with it all the time. Like if anyone is watching my stream and it's like, why is he missing chat? Why is he not responding? I don't know how to balance the game in you because I suck.
Yeah. For me, it's repeating sentences. I mean, you can even hear it now. It's like,
I don't think you've had that problem at all this stream.
There's been a few times. It's I don't want to call it a tick. But it's a verbal thing I have where I just repeat things.
That's fine. I mean, generally speaking, the reason we repeat things is first and foremost to make sure that we said it and we remembered it. But like, I mean, if you have been doing it, I haven't noticed at all, and it's been completely natural. So I wouldn't worry about it at all. Like if it's something you're sensitive about, no need to. Generally speaking, it's better to repeat something over and over than say it once and forget what it was, which is my problem. Yeah. I'll say something and be like, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
I was worried about it originally, and then I just kind of gave up. And it turned into, as long as I can get the sentence, as long as I can get the idea out.
There you
go. I don't know if you've seen it. There was a short video I posted on my Twitter that was a pretty good example of this, where I didn't really get the idea out, in which the sentence I wanted to say was, I don't want to buy a Goosebumps book, so if I can get it at my library, I'm gonna do that. It took me like 40 seconds to say that, because I was playing a game, and you could visibly, if you were watching the stream, you could visibly see my brain like going into overdrive trying to get this thought out.
Yeah. But like that's also like part of the art form, right? Is like figuring out how to work with yourself. And eventually over time you hit that like stride and you're good. Like for example, like I think the hardest thing I have right now is actually not anything streaming related. It's actually like there's an art form of like choosing how long things should go on, right? Mm-hmm. Like for example, like sometimes I'll do a collab and I'll do it for like 5 hours or like 4 hours. And like I don't mind that. I love that. But like there's a reason why like the pros only do it for like an hour or two, is because they figured out like what is the perfect time to put all these things. Because there's like, if it's too short, it's too short. But if it's too long, it's too long. And they know how to do it just right. So it's like right now, like in terms of like my streamer brain, it's like, I think we hit every topic that we wanted to talk about. Unless I missed something. Did we miss anything, Fu?
Not off the top of my head. Granted, I didn't really have I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have too much of a list of topics. I was just, let's get in here, let's talk, and let's see how that goes.
Same. I have a notepad that has hot dish versus casserole, and then the Q code for Stevio to come in to do the bit. Hollow Stars, Hololive, Monster Hunter, and that's about it. That was it.
Wow.
That was my notepad. There you go. That was my outline for the night. But, like one of my problems, and it's a problem, it's a blessing and a curse, where like I am willing to. Stevio was planned. Yes, it was. We've been planning that for about 5 days now.
You didn't have to tell them.
No. I like doing that because, like, yes, you're right. Like, oh yeah, like it would be better theater if like everyone knew it was like, or like felt like it was blah blah blah. But I wanted to give, like, I feel I don't like being given the spotlight for things I don't deserve. So that's why I revealed it, because I was like, I don't want anyone to think like, it was my idea. I wanted everyone to know it was Stevio's idea. That was all Stevio. I just was the guy that was like opening the door.
I don't know. I will say the part of the reason also why I wanted to do this was because I'm not gonna lie, both you and Stevio are very easy to talk to.
Thank you.
And so I feel like, I don't know. I think this is gonna be good just because it's like, I don't know. Again, like I told you,
it is good.
Like, I haven't had a chance to sit down and talk with you. Like I've had chances to do that with Stevio, but not you. And I was like, I wanted to get that because it's like,
oh yeah,
I don't know. I thought that would be entertaining. I thought it would be nice to do.
Oh yeah, I mean you're very easy to talk to. Like so typically whenever I have conversations, like I'm always thinking of like how do I like get out of a bad situation or anything like that. But I've never had that whatsoever. You know, like maybe I had some cool segues, but that was also because I got lucky with it. But I really enjoy talking to you because like legitimately we went from all these weird asinine topics that made no sense or were just stupid silly to now like we were talking about very serious things about like how are you saying about like the rating and the importance to you, like that typically doesn't happen unless you have really good synergy and chemistry, because like you have to be comfortable to be vulnerable, you have to be comfortable to be yourself, and that's very difficult because it's dependent on the person you're talking to, how you feel about the person you're talking to, and a lot of other things. So it's a very big compliment. I do appreciate it. Ow, I'm being hit. That I'm easy to talk to because I feel the same way. You're very easy to talk to. I'm still having a lot of fun. And the thing that's interesting is that like on a Friday night, typically like all I want to do is just kind of sleep. So it's nice that like I'm just like sitting here excited talking about random crap. I mean, we were all over the place, but that's a good conversation. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You're here, you're there, you're everywhere, and that's what matters. But I'm really happy that like you because it was Fu's idea to do this like the Zatsudan just hang out and talk chat, and I just was like, this is so smart. This is such a good idea, and I'm glad we went through with it instead of like any of the other games or anything we had in the thing. Maybe later, who knows? But
why didn't I think of that?
Yeah,
when we were about to do the fucking.
Yeah,
I'm kind of glad you had the exploding collab with Stevio.
Yeah, I mean, because we were originally gonna do it before Stevio, but I think Stevio beat me to the. I don't know, scheduling, blah blah blah. Yeah. But maybe we can do it later. But no, I got heated on that, 100%.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a good game. I just suck at Morse code.
Yeah, only you suck at Morse code, but the rest of us.
Well. I don't have time to think about you guys when I'm beating myself up, so that's my cope.
You're your own best punching bag.
Damn right. The only person that's harder, there's no person in the world that's harder on myself than me.
And that's why the rest of us exist, to make it so that we are not hard on you.
Exactly. Because what's the point in, yeah. I was saying earlier, like, how do I finish my... Yeah, exactly. It's like, what's the point of beating myself up if I don't have other people to help me? It's like, come on, please. That's my entire branding. Throw stuff at me. Hit me in the head with the thing. You're so cooked. Wait, why are you cooked? What's going on? What has happened? I haven't been paying attention to chat, and that's a good thing because that means I'm super invested.
Chad, are you getting upset that we're being sentimental? We're not talking about you guys?
Oh, no. We're talking about how important we are to each other. Oh, no. Azukashi, I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, we're sucking each other's dicks too much. Oh.
Yeah, we just love each other that much. Yep. I mean,
God
deserved.
Damn it!
Frankly deserved. Gonna be honest. So deserved.
So I gave my homie the guac. I gotta be silenced.
That Waktua on that thing.
Waktua on that.
I still can't believe that was like a thing and she got her own podcast. Like, can you believe that? Like,
good for her getting the bag, but also I fucking hate the branding of Waktua.
What idiot is paying for that stuff? It's like, oh my god. I don't know. I think I'm imagining. I think that's what I'm. Who was it that
was the Waktua dating app?
Oh god.
Maybe that was in Stevio's chat. Maybe that was in Stevio's chat with the Waktua dating app.
I mean, my favorite thing that came from Waktua was just me being absolutely stupid and thinking about like Hillary Clinton's walk to the Pokemon Go to the polls.
No.
I developed it into Waktua the polls.
Waktua the polls.
It's like, it's not funny, but it's like, this is funny. I walked the twa. That was me. I did that. Okay, then Gelbar came up with it, and I just stole it. And see, I don't even
Chat,
remember.
Do you hawk to a spit on that thing? That thing being the keyboard and hawk to
Oh,
being
man.
fingers.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm in a sexual relationship with my keyboard, where it's completely platonic. It may be
Flopping
sexual,
my
but it's
schlong
platonic.
on the eek.
Can it reach? Boo! We need to know. No, I'm kidding.
What the hell?
Oh, hi,
How
Byron.
dare
I'm
you
sorry.
help me like this? My Pinor is exceptionally average. Thank you very much.
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
No, chat.
You know what? You can talk about that as much as you want. I ain't getting in on it. This is your your stage. You sing,
Co-host
sing.
chat, no. But for you to what? Wait. Bear. You know what?
They're
I don't know if I
gaslighting
want to
you.
get. I don't know if I want to get into.
They're
I don't know
gaslighting
if
you.
I want to get into co-host chat's Pinor sizes on stream.
Yeah, that's gonna be another stream. I think that's a
It's
good
like a
idea.
bit of a hot button topic.
It's like, how do you prove it? It's just like, anyway. Get in the Discord.
Please. I don't need proof. No,
We're
please.
doing rating. Yeah, don't, please.
My Discord is already a cesspool.
Yeah, my Discord is pretty. It's kind of dead in a lot of ways, but it's very clean, and my rules are like super stringent, so there's no room for bullshit. It's really nice. I haven't had a single issue.
I will not be adding an exclamation point cock size command to
Oh,
Nightbot.
no.
You
That-
no. Even if Night gets on the command, I'm not going to add it to the Nightbot. It's getting deleted.
This is
already
what
doesn't
happens
help.
at hour 3 of stream.
My Discord, it already doesn't help that. Did you
What
hear
happened?
about the? Did you hear about the aftermath of the buckshot roulette stream?
No, what happened?
Did you catch me? I don't know if you caught. I said during the buckshot stream at some point, I will post a picture of me in a maid outfit for $10.
Oh yeah. Was that legit?
That was legit. For $10, I shot Stevio and also posted a picture of me in a maid outfit and high thigh highs. I'm still thinking that might have not been a great choice, but
What channel is it in by chance? Do you happen to know?
it's-
Is it in general?
No,
No.
it's in About Streamer, I think. It's in your streamer.
Oh my
My
god. Oh my
my
god.
Yeah, my cute
Oh my
friend with,
god.
my girlish figure is on
Oh.
display.
Oh, that's not a good look.
It's a very bad look.
That's a rough picture, dude.
It's a very rough picture,
Dude.
but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I
The-
took that after collab.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This shit flashbanged me. This is rough. You should scrub
Well, now
this
you-
shit. Oh, dude.
I
dude.
can't. Well, I can, but I'm not going to. I must
Dude.
live with my punishments.
I'm sorry, but now like I'm looking at the photo and then I'm looking at your character.
Yeah,
it
you can't
kinda
see me in
looks
any other
like-
light.
No, it looks like you're just like in a like. Oh my god! It actually looks like you're cosplaying your character and not doing a maid outfit. Like if you squint
With
your
every
eyes, kind
penny
of.
Dark Hood's money. Yeah,
The-
of course it was. You fucking degenerates.
Well, let me tell
You
you.
would like to see my supple gamer thighs and my knobby knees.
Well, you don't have to pay. You just have to join his Discord. I don't know if
You
that.
do
that
have to join.
you know, $10 for that. You could have sold. Man, that's fucking me up. You could have gotten at least $100 from Hood. 100%.
Maybe.
Hey,
That would feel wrong though.
are you kidding
There's-
me? This is on the
there's
internet
people that have-
forever, bro. What do you mean?
There's people that have seen me in that shit for free.
Okay, fair. So like this isn't like a big deal. This is just like eh.
I mean, it was a big deal when I have a story.
I need to hear it. We need to hear it.
So, originally, the maid outfit came into circulation of my friend group because it was a joke, I think. In
What
which
do you mean? I think was there a secret?
at this
boy
point
among
I've
you?
forgotten because I've been in possession of the maid outfit for so long. I'm starting to think maybe it wasn't a joke and maybe it was a very thinly veiled excuse to get me to put a maid outfit on.
Someone has some weird kinks, or you secretly work in IT. One or the other.
Regardless, a lot of my friend group, somebody bought the maid outfit, and then we had taken turns wearing it. And I have been the last one to wear it within the friend group. And I was the last one of the friend group, so I now have possession of the maid outfit. I don't think anyone's too eager to take it off of my hands. That being said, I can make some very funny bits with it. That being said, I can make some very unfunny bits with it.
I mean, this is some power you have, and most of the damage is gonna hit you. But you know, it is kind of weird though how, like, you know, like, isn't it so like weird that like there's so many people on the internet that are wearing maid outfits? Like, it's just the quantity of which.
Maybe it's kind of freeing. I would feel a lot more confident if it was higher quality, but it's really bad quality maid outfit.
Wait, what do you mean by freeing? Are we gonna explore your
Raz, have you ever worn a skirt?
No.
That would explain it.
Is it because of the aerodynamics in a say-so way of putting it?
Maybe, or maybe it's the fact that despite not having a fat ass, a skirt makes me feel like I have a fat ass, and that's really empowering.
Yeah, because when women look for partners, that's they think, is it bubbly or not? That's
Yo, you laugh. The number of women I've had say like, "Oh yeah, his ass is so fat, he's dreamy."
Oh my god. To you?
Regardless, yes.
Okay. Did any of those that said it, did you date them?
Well, no, because I don't have a fat ass.
Wait, I thought you said they told you had a fat ass.
No, they said they're looking for a fat ass and a man.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, it is true that, like, you know, I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but, like, obviously, like, there are some women that prefer that, right? But I don't think that's, like, a prevailing thing. Maybe,
okay,
I don't know. Raz butt reveal.
What? One of the, so when I came in possession, I, was staying with Papa Fu and Mother Fu. Mom-tacular and Pa-tacular. I had put it on, and we were playing Magic the Gathering. We get together and we play Magic the Gathering, a card game, and post that, I was wearing it, and I went up to my room to change. I ran into Mom-tacular.
That's rough.
I had to explain to Mom-tacular why I was cross-dressing as a maid.
That's
That's
rough.
I was like, it was a joke. And she's like, putting on a maid outfit was a joke? And I was like, yeah.
But Mom, it's so
she's
freeing.
Like, oh, it's so freeing. It really is freeing.
Yeah, what did that explanation sound like? I'm really, like, did you just tell her the truth?
I was like, I lost a game of Magic and I had to put it on. And
yeah,
like,
she believed
okay.
that.
She's like, okay. I will say, chat, if you want to feel like you have a fat ass, skirts are the option. Skirts and dresses are great for that.
You already heard, folks. Spectaculars wants you to cross-dress so you can feel like you have a fat ass.
I want you to cross-dress because skirts are great for your self-confidence.
You know, I'm not a manly man or anything like that, but I will not wear a skirt unless there is an incredible amount of alcohol or an incredible amount of money involved, or both.
Wearing a skirt just to skip leg day. You shouldn't skip leg day if you're wearing a skirt. In fact, you should do leg day if you're wearing a skirt.
Fair, yeah. Do some running.
This maid outfit has changed me. I'm a little scared of how it's changed me.
I deadass want to ask you, like, are you gay now?
No.
Like, how much did it change you? Because, like, I don't know. This is such an interesting topic that, like, I want to keep needling you on it, but at the same time, it's like, I can imagine how I would feel in your situation, and I have too much sympathy.
I'm fine talking about it. I mean, there's not really much to say other than the dress is kind of a piece of shit. Do I think I'd wear an actual dress? Probably not. Mostly because that's too much money to wear a dress when I can. I'm discovering things about myself today.
Well, you know, there.
Can we not talk about the main event?
I was thinking of a
evil.
fucking segue, dude, and I'm like,
Evil.
you know, you're right. You know, I think before we go though, I do want to say, you know, even though there's a lot of jokes, I want to make sure it's clear. Whatever you want to do, as long as you're not hurting other people,
Oh yeah.
whatever two consenting adults decide to do is cool with me. And it doesn't matter. I judge on content of character and merit of action. I don't care about anything else. And Fu, I believe, is the same way.
We don't shame here. We don't.
Exactly.
Shame.
But we are friends. That's
Unless
why
you're
we can do
Stevio.
that. That's why.
We shame Stevio here.
Don't let Stevio know about this part of the stream. He's never gonna let that shit
Oh,
die.
there's
I'm
no way he
not gonna
doesn't
say anything
know.
about it, but
There's no way he. Wait, is he in the Discord?
maybe.
Do I have to give?
If not, then don't. Well, no, he is in the
Is he
Discord.
not- Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the Discord. Whoopies. Hold on, I have to. Well, he knows about it. Oh well.
Beautiful.
Oh well. Wait, what is? Hold on.
You know,
Give me 1 second.
we should end it here with that bombshell, because I don't think there's any other topic we can segue to that will top that arc.
I just got weasered by my mod.
What? How?
He sent me hehe.wav and it's the Weezer solo.
I don't even know how it goes. I hate Weezer. I don't think they're bad. It's just like it's not my cup of tea.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, I gotta activate my new.
It's Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly's the problem child there. And the Teal album, the cover album. I have a particular disinterest with the Teal album. Regardless,
I don't even know what it is.
I know it plays on stream. That's why I said cover your ears, chat. Co-host chat. All right. Did we want to end this here? Or did we want to move on to something else?
I was thinking my stream stamina is dying, and that's my fault.
I was like, I know you typically stream a bit shorter than I do.
Do you have any tips for like stream stamina? Because I feel like I'm not as I don't have as much stamina as other people. Like typically, like my good area is like 3.5, 4 hours. But I think I also had a pretty long day today.
That's.
Tell me before I die.
I don't really have
POV.
too much fun. I mean, I typically stream 3-4 hours.
POV. You're Fu in the maid outfit. Sorry, go on. Never mind.
What the?
Another. No.
Hold on,
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Okay. Like I said, I don't judge. I don't judge. Hey, I'm your friend. I'm just a little guy. I'm just. Hey. I'm just trying to get a laugh out of you.
To put on the. I'm about to get another $10 to get another photo shoot for the maid outfit from Raz. Uh-oh. Oh no! I'm drowning in cash.
Oh no! Please give it to me.
As for stream stamina, I don't really know. I guess it helps to take breaks in terms of like I don't know, I get up, stretch my legs and walk around a little bit. Generally, I try to do it with ads, but that isn't always the case. I mean, with this, granted, there's a collab.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do a billion things, but
Yeah, because it's like, you know, you have. I think the one I'm going to try to do in the future is like have the game, and then when I feel a little burnt out, kind of shift gears to something else, regain that stamina, and go back into it. But I haven't done that yet, and I want to. But we'll see.
That's an option. Yeah. The other is I don't know how much. I don't know how you like in your mind carry your streams and things like that. For me, trying to force topics aids in that burning out.
Yeah, that's one of my issues. I have the issue of not shutting up.
It's not even not shutting up, but just like trying to, I know some to myself when I'm like, I have to be funny, I have to say something. I tend to like burn out in terms of like, streams.
Yeah, because I mean, I ask this question a lot, but the answer is basically always the same, because it's like, you know, like everyone basically says exactly like you said, like, you know, just kind of get some, breathe a little bit and then come back to it. I just got to do it. But
It's also
know-
a matter of just like figuring out like what works for you and what doesn't work for you. I also know that chat, this is on you. If you don't want if you want your stream to stream longer, chat can alleviate burnout a little bit in
Yeah.
terms of like
Yeah.
carrying topics and such and such. I noticed
Yeah.
that it's easier to talk and stream longer when chat is chatting.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like you
Or if you
offload
got-
the burden of topics and stuff, but like you can't rely on that all the time.
You can't. I mean, that's ways to do it, or like bringing people in.
True.
That's the other way. Which that's up to you if you want to bring people in or not. But
yeah.
yeah,
But I mean,
it's one of those things where it's like you just have to figure out what works for you.
yeah. I mean, the only reason I asked the question is because like I kind of know the answer, but it's like good to get like a big pool of data, and basically the data is definitively in one direction. But you know, I'm kind of surprised we went for so long. You know, I wasn't worried at all about the length. I was actually kind of worried about us going too long because of my stream stamina, and it seems like that's what happened. So I'm hoping that in the future, like I can train myself to get better at it, and then like we can do another one like this for like 8 hours.
Yeah. Oh,
That would be cool. I don't know. I mean, I mean, the longest I've ever streamed is like 7 years. Or 7 hours. I said 7 years.
I think that's longer than. Oh, I don't actually know what my longest stream has been.
Mine was 7 hours on Final Fantasy 14. Or 8 hours, sorry.
I don't know where
It was a rough
but-
stream.
Oof. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're used to like 3-4 hours and you went for 7.
Yeah, but I
freaking
mean,
love the colon 3 emote.
yeah, me too. Despite the fact that like it's only been 3.5 hours, like it went by literally in a snap of. Wait, can I snap my fingers? There we go. Like literally in the snap of a finger.
Mhm.
Which honestly, I'm grateful for you for that, because typically like the more interesting the collab or whatever is going on, the faster things go. And literally every single time I do a collab, it's like I blink my eyes and it's over. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And like there's so much stuff that happens too that you're just like, whoa, you know?
Mhm.
But I enjoyed this a lot. This was like an unexpected like S tier stream. I knew it was
Yeah,
gonna
it
be A
was.
tier at minimum, but like, oh, it's so good. The
You give me
Stevio
so
bit
much
at the
credit.
beginning and everything. What's up?
It was everything. You give me so much credit, but yeah, no, this was every collab I have is great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really giving you too much credit because it takes two to have a conversation. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, if you're giving me compliments, you got to give it to yourself as well.
You're gonna make me blush.
Oh, Hazukashi. Only if you can put on the maid outfit. I mean, JK,
That'll
sorry.
cost you,
That's it. That's the last one. I promise. I just had
My
to.
legacy is a maid outfit.
Yeah, Fujoshi.
I'm
babe. Yeah,
fine
let's
with
go.
that. Oh fuck yeah, that's how I get tons of viewers.
I get viewers. I don't really know what my pull is. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's like the one thing I need to figure out. But whatever I'm doing seems to be working, so we'll go with that.
You keep doing you. It's working. I don't know. A food.
Yeah.
Shut up, co-host Bear.
That's so good.
Fu Joshi.
Indeed. Guys, I lost one of my earbuds. Am I cooked? Yes, if you can't find it. Because then that
If
one
it's an
ear
AirPod.
will. Well, with the AirPods, can't you like look for it, like with the app, and like find it?
Oh, maybe.
I
I'd
don't
be
know,
concerned if you lost one wired earbud.
Yeah, it's like all right. But my plan here for tonight is like, you know, we say our goodbyes, and then I'm gonna hang out here for like 5 or 10 minutes. Are you gonna end stream immediately, or what's your plan?
I'll probably end stream here because I don't have too much more to chat about.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
You
make
wanna
sure.
do a double raid into somebody?
To whom?
That I have a handful of people, but I don't know if you have anybody.
Sun is doing a stream. He's playing Terraria.
Sun is doing
but
a stream, yeah. He was one of my handful. Do we wanna drop a little raid into Sunbaked?
yeah, sure. It's been a while since I rated him, I think.
All right. Let's say our goodbyes and then hold on.
You know, I'm thinking of doing like a gorilla stream tomorrow, like before my normal one, just like an hour or two doing a random stuff.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it though. I'll let you guys know.
That is the spirit of gorilla streams.
Indeed. They'll
Hold
probably
on,
be
we got
around
one
like
list.
1 or 2 p.m. my time. Or early morning, one of the two.
We got one last question from Bear here. How do y'all feel about drum music? Are we talking about drum and bass or just drum?
Like just actual drums? I need to
Just
be very
drums?
drunk or very tired to like it if it's just drums.
You know, now that you said that, yeah.
Yep.
I
Like-
have to be in a mood where I want to like feel.
Feel it in your body every time the thing hits the pan.
Oh,
Or
it was
the
a raid
drum.
question, but y'all got so okay. Never mind. Disregard the drum question.
Yeah, Schrodinger's bear was gonna ask like, oh hey, are we gonna raid someone that's doing drum? But yeah, no, we'll raid Sun. He's doing
Yeah, it's good
Terraria.
fun.
Let
We're
us
doing
see
Terraria.
here.
All right. I'm gonna go say goodbye and then.
Yeah, I'm gonna say my goodbyes too, and then we'll like it's 10:29 right now. I'll come back at like 10:35.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Okay, me too.
Hey guys, we did it. We did the collab. I'm actually really impressed with myself because like today hasn't been like a particularly hard day, but it has been a very like de-energizing day, and it's how it goes. So it's not, you know, any fault of anything. So I was like really worried it was gonna affect like my stream stamina. But I'm really happy that you guys were here. This is a very different thing from what I normally do. I typically, whenever I do like Zatsudans, it's just me. So it's really nice to have someone else to go with. I felt like, you know, there was so much going on at any given point. Like it was very difficult. Very difficult to actually like talk to you guys. So once again, I'm sorry about that. Maybe one day I'll figure out a way to perfectly tie in everything. But I was lurking for most of it. I do appreciate you guys being here, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. If you're on YouTube, you actually contribute towards my watch hours, which I need for monetization, but we're a long way away from 500 subs, which, by the way, let me get my shilling out of the way. For those of you who are here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like. It helps out immensely. And also, if you like this stuff, I am going to continue doing it for as long as I can think. So if you want more YouTube content, it's coming soon. Also, December 1st, I will have another video out. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, for those of you on Twitch, please consider following the channel. The follows are indeed anonymous. I will not say out your name. So if you want to follow the channel and stay at a lurker status, please feel free. For those of you who are here chilling out, whether you subscribe, unsubscribe, whatever the case is, thank you for being here. It's always wonderful. It always brightens my day to see you guys here. And I know that you guys know that you guys are a light in my life. The sun ray, indeed. Head pats. Thank you for the head pats. We all need head pats sometimes. I feel like a very bougie person because I have my water, I have my tea, and I have my raspberry preserves and milk, and I feel like $1,000,000. I feel like an aristocrat. Yummy tea. Delicioso. Also, I love your new emote, Marie. Like, your art is insane. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's like whenever I look at it, I'm like, yeah, like yeah. Like it makes sense that like, well, how do I phrase this? It makes sense that like, I can tell that you worked very hard before you started showing off your work on stream as Marie Edmonds. That's my way of saying it. But yeah, I love your stuff. I wonder if I'll be able to like get like the 2nd or 3rd place for your contest, which by the way, Marie is actually doing a sketch thing. I'm gonna try my best. We'll see. Ow! I'm ending soon. Stop it! I know. I actually reordered this emote in my new design today. Oh, yes! Is that the one that you commissioned using the stuff that I berated you with? The bits I berated you with. By the way, feel free to decline to answer. I'm really excited to see you turn money into art. That's my favorite part. Honestly, like, streaming has made me realize that, you know, a noble retaining just a random artist to do art is, like, one of the most based things you can do. Because, like, if you can't make art, or if, like, you don't have the time or you don't want to put in the time for art, like, it's so beautiful to allow people to do cool stuff. No, it was actually one of my first emotes. Wow, okay. It was done by Fuwamoko's artist. That I remember. I do remember that story. If only YouTube chat could attack the streamer. I will find a way to make it as interactive, but unfortunately, YouTube is a pain. Like, legitimately a massive pain. It just sucks. I'll do it. Ow. But no, I did not expect Fu to kind of give out the very heartfelt thank you for the raid back then. Because, I still very fervently believe it. Like, yes, I did rate him, but, all of his work thus far has been him. Yes, I may have rated him and given him a motivation boost, which, I'll take credit for. But everything else that he's done thus far that has been incredible has all been him. So, make a weird noise. There you go. I really forced myself out of there. Hey, what's up, big chimbuses? I'm not laughing at your name. I'm laughing at the fact that, like, your username popped up right after I made an unimaginably stupid name.
Here's some more.
Thank you for the 300 bits. Holy crap. I do love your name, by the way. By the way, unfortunately, we are ending the stream. But, just freezing myself over here. But, please consider following the channel if you want to see more. I stream, like, basically 5 days out of the week. I'm trying to do it. Also, thank you for the follow. I know that the follows are anonymous, and I broke my rule there, but, just trying to do my best. Oh, shit. I need to remove the Frosty. Fuck. Hold on. I made it anonymous, but I forgot to disable it in the Frosty tools. Shit. Hold on. My bad. Feel free to unfollow me if I broke your heart. God, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Warm welcomes. Yeah. There we go. I think I fixed it. Okay, now we have anonymous followers. I'm sorry. Fu is still unmuted, so I'm gonna take that time to talk to. But yeah, basically we're gonna be ending stream here. Tomorrow we will be doing another collab with Yuzu Yume, our beloved, doing TikTok, a puzzle game that's gonna be a lot of fun between me and her. It's been such a long time since I've done a collab with her. We last did It Takes Two together. Looking a lot forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then Sunday we have D&D, which is gonna be nuts because it's gonna be a bunch of, we're gonna be all over the place. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Who knows? Let me unmute here really quickly. Hey, I saw that you switched to your work is the poop no more. Are we ready to raid out to Sun?
I'm ready when you are.
Okie dokie. I already said my goodbyes, I believe. If not, then you know what? They'll throw a raspberry at me later. But I'm gonna go ahead and start the raid. Let me know when you start the raid, and then I'll hit mine as well. Sun-baked space. Wait, did he just go offline?
Did he just go offline?
I have a backup, but did he just go offline?
He might have just gone. Wait.
Hold on.
I think he did go offline.
Son of a biscuit. What the flip? Okay, so I have a alternative. That is Kracher.
Okay, let's go into Kracher.
Let me send it to you in Discord what her name is. There you go. So
I got her under follows.
Oh yeah, have you rated her before? She's dope.
I believe I've rated. Hey, quick I'm gonna go quick update. We're gonna be changing the raid target because Sunbaked got offline. So we're gonna be raiding into Creature. Creature?
Yeah, Kracher. We gotta be particular.
I do have to be particular. I'm not good with names though.
Fair. Feel that.
Following.
Well, yeah, thank you guys for being here. We love you. You guys are awesome. All right, and then here, let me give you the copy paste here. Stevia, fuck off. He's like, I typed in raid Kracher and the thing, and he's like, raid Kracher, and it's like, dick. Thank you for the stream. No, thank you guys for being here. The reason the stream was so fun was one, mostly because of Fu, but also because we were able to bounce off of you guys. So this was a wonderful way to do Friday night. Oh, and Kracher just got raided right now as well. So fuck me. Hey, Stevio. Hey, you rated we were having such a fun time with Okay. All right, let's raid. I'm very good at playing that I'm
Incredible.
getting injured. Let me know when you hit raid, because
I hit rated. I hit raid. Sorry.
Oh, you already raided her?
I rated.
Oh
the
shit.
raid.
Okay, I'll raid her just now. So
Uh,
use the buttons. I'll catch you guys later. Good night on the YouTubes and the Twitch. Bye bye. Woo!